It's Super Chat Square Up time with my door open in the background, but I don't really care. Let's do this.
Nerdrotic.com.
Hardwick Benthau for $1. Do you think the scenes with Red Guardian saying he fought Captain America might be a hint either that Cap went on a secret missions for decades after traveling back to the 40s, or that William Burnside exists in the MCU? I think it's more like the Red Guardian was full of crap. That's all. Simplest answer. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. I now have you and Foulball holding my drinking monies for August, and don't let Eric tell you that he has the next round. My life depends on it. Okay. You got it. For Vegas, Gentle for $2. Hey, Gary. Over the weekend, I watched Major Grom on Netflix, a foreign movie based on a Russian comic, and it was exactly what I needed in terms of comic book movies. Marvel could learn something from it. I highly recommend. Yeah, Marvel could learn a lot of things, but unfortunately, we have some bad news as far as movie theaters are concerned. And I think the only thing left is the strength of the Marvel brand, and Marvel made a huge error. Everything they released was calculated based on 2019. It is a different world. They almost would have been better off redoing those movies, because it's going to harm the brand, and you can't just get that stuff back. Ask DC. Hardwick Benthau for $1. Do you know that the actress playing the young Natasha at the beginning of Black Widow is, yes, Mila Jovovich's daughter? I did know that. Also, the stuntman who played Taskmaster is named Andy Lister. Yes. Hardwick Benthau for $1. Please read my email. Kate Shortland wanted to hypersexualize Scarlett Johansson. It's a link to an article in which Shortland admits something that would probably get her canceled if she was a man. Okay. Thank you. And Hardwick Benthau for another $1. Eric Pearson revealed in the new comicbook.com interview that in an early draft of Black Widow, Taskmaster was Anthony Masters, but later changed their mind. O.T. Fagbenel also said the character he auditioned for was very different. Well, it sounds like they made a lot of last-minute changes thanks to intersectional feminism, and it ruined their movie. It absolutely ruined their movie. But that doesn't come as... I know you guys aren't surprised. I'm not surprised about it. The Vibes broadcast, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. Joey Bryant for $5. It shows like Star Trek Picard and STD that really shows why I liked the 2001 Enterprise TV show. Yeah. It looks a lot better these days, that's for sure. Still hate that theme song. Jessica L for $5 Australian. Do you follow Zeducation? I love his channel. I don't know. I've never heard of it. I'll check it out, though. Thank you, Jessica. Royal Raptor for $4.99. Gary, I am not gay, but if you got Alex Jones on FNT, then I might reconsider you reconsider you for you, BB. Okay. We're trying. We're actually giving that one a shot. We'll see what happens. Rami Ahmed for £2. Marvel comic book recommendations for a normie. If you're a normie and you've never read them before, I always recommend Marvels. It's a great entry point because it gives you a real guy's point of view of the Marvel Universe, the history of the Marvel Universe. Mad Cat 15 for $5. Open your store in your state and put a GoFundMe, and I will put money into. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I will. There will be a store. Once I move, the moving process is ramping up. That's why I've had so little time lately. But I really appreciate that. I don't think I'll put up a GoFundMe. I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So, but I really appreciate it though. I do. Would love to interview you sometimes. The Vibe broadcast for $1.99. Sure. Just email me. I'll be there. We could set up a day. No problem. Today is 10 years since Dance with Dragons release. Thoughts? Says Aunt Raccoon for $5. Yeah, my thoughts are not surprised. Now, the book club got pushed back because of the move, but we're still going to do the Boiled Leather Feast for Dragons book club, and I'm going to start setting that up after Vegas. F is for friends. Says F name, I name for $2. There you go. Nola Nerd for $5. Big Easy Comics, a shop in Covington, Louisiana, 15 minutes outside of New Orleans, announced they're shutting down in August. Oh no, shady owners. Sad to see. Who dat? That sucks. But if the owners were shady, Gary, if I make it there, you have a promise of me. You have a promise that you'll do the indoor. Will you do the indoor skydiving? It's on the Strip. Says Rough Girl for $4.99. I might do the indoor skydiving. Yeah, is that where they have the giant freaking? I don't even know what they do, but yeah, I'll try it if it's indoor, as long as I'm not jumping out of a plane. Sure. Kemikaze for $5. Iron Man is a gem in the MCU. I always put it in a category by itself. I do as well. Gossometric for $7.99 Australian. The 5% of stupid that the MCU is listening to is 100% Twitter. Oh, absolutely. Matthew Wolfhouse for $4.99. I'm not impressed, but look at the Black Widow was up. Look at what Black Widow was up against. Absolutely nothing. Their Lucky Tomorrow War wasn't in theaters. Yes. Black Widow was against nothing, had no real competition, and it got beat out by Space Jam 2, which was awful. Gonzalo Bergali for 300 Uruguayan pesos. How about the nonsense scene where the Widow tells Taskmaster to smile, probably because the dude under the mask was dying inside. Probably. Smell my balls for $2. Take these shekels. I start my new job tomorrow. Well, congratulations. Smell my balls. Big Viz 497 for $5. Funny that Bob Harris lost his EIC job because X-Men comics were inaccessible when the movie hit. Modern Marvel obviously doesn't follow that rule. It does not. It most definitely does not. Yankee Lover 100 for $5. I'm still waiting for the woke leftists need to speak out against Cuba. Then I'll respect them a bit. Yeah, and they're not going to. It's not going to happen. Unpopular movie opinions for $5. I'm going to have to write a 4-step inventory dedicated exclusively to my resentment towards Hollywood. Yeah, mine will be pretty long too. Pat Garris for $4.99. I kid you not. At the beginning of Black Widow, I thought the kid playing ScarJo was a little boy or a transgender who has hair like that in the 90s. Nobody did in the 90s. Yeah, the androgynous thing. I mean, yeah, yes. I mean, like a very small number of people kind of like now were into it. 90s. No, they look like a modern day kid. Glizner Glinzer, for $20. I live in Santa Clara, and I've noticed Bay Area shops with signs saying they welcome all people. I feel they're sneakily saying conservatives not welcome. I only buy Marvel Masterworks omnibuses and indies now. Good. Yeah, those omnibuses are nice. But there's nothing to offer from the two new companies at all. Kit Kat for £5. We will still have comic book shops, but they will be virtual comic book shops. Yeah, and we'll have comic book shops kind of like how we still have vinyl shops, right? It's just going to be back issues and manga and toys. King Hess 99 for $5. Hey Gary, so when are you playing Witcher 3? Go through the when you play Witcher 3, go to the closed door, then to the right top of the table. When you look at the key, just enjoy the room. Love your content. Yeah, I'm not, I just sit there and stare at that butt. No, I don't. Classic Comics for $2. Ahem. It's Dog Person, Gary. Dog Person. Projects Done Poorly for $5. Manga has too many pedo-ish, pervy things about it. Hate that it's so popular here in the States. Well, yeah, that's see, the manga I read, which is far and few between, or the anime that I'm into, which is far and few between. It's the sci-fi action adventure stuff, and it's not that we'll say teeny bopper like drama stuff, which is a lot of it too. Because yes, there is, that's a big controversy in manga. What I've always been upfront and honest about with manga is I grew up on American comic books and I'm used to that art. So I'm not like that into the art. I respect it as a medium and it's doing great. But Projects Done Poorly, there is some, we'll just say, spicy stuff. But I haven't read any of it. I know there's a lot of draping and stuff. But that's part of free speech and free expression, right? As far as the sexualized stuff. As far as the Projects Done Poorly for $5. Manga has too many Fredo pervy things about it. Hate that it's so popular in the States. Well, I mean, independent comics has Fredo and pervy things too. And those are not the things I read. And I didn't carry them in my store. Yes, manga does. I have seen some Fredo-ish stuff, and I hate that stuff. Pervy stuff, though, let's separate that stuff. Pervy stuff, I don't read it, but I don't care. That's part of free speech and free expression. But it's popular here in the States because the mainstream does not tell good stories anymore. And those people from the independent sphere who were writing all that weird shit are now writing superhero stuff and turning it into weird shit. One Rough Girl for $4.99. Hey, can I get a Nerdrotic Vegas meetup website? Trying to make it. Nerdrotic.com. I didn't have time to put up a full website. We're just having the two main meetups, and then we're going to, if we do anything in between, we'll be announcing it last minute, running around Vegas being idiots. Joey Bryant for $1.49. Thank you. I appreciate it. 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser for $15. What's up, man? Just wanted to send a little token of my gratitude for what you have done getting the big Vegas meetup set. Gonna be a blast. Thank you. You are welcome, and I can't wait to see you there. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience for $5. Kudos to your channel, Gary. I've been watching more of your videos. Thank you. I'd love to one day be your full-featured black guy on Friday Night Tights. Hey, you never know. It could happen, Craig. Thanks. Eric Weinberg, thank you for the $2. Thanks for streaming today. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. Joseph Benowitz, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. And Judicon, thank you for the $3 super sticker. Trippy Jackalope for $5. As your toy show has spurred me on to get Megami Device Mecha Girl plastic kits. I have a Ninja Archer and a Magical Girl. Hope you guys get around to talking about the Babylon 5 propaganda episodes, really telling to what we're going through right now. I don't feel like I've gotten to those. I mean, I know a little bit about what's going on Earth right now. And then, Babylon 5 broke away from Earth during the Shadow War, but it's been all Shadow War. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen one, so I need to go back and dip back in so I can get a refresher. The Rand Man for $3. Lex Luthor had the right idea in the 1978 Superman movie just to sink half this shithole. Might make things better, might not at this point. Don't care. And he's talking about California, of course. Hardwick Benthau for $1. The Black Widow casting calls included a convincing female villain in her 50s and an exciting role for a man in his 40s. It seemed that before rewrites, Melina was going to be a villain, maybe Iron Maiden, and O.T. Fagbenel, I can't pronounce her last name. Olga, we'll just say Olga, was going to be the Taskmaster, and she was. She absolutely was, and that's exactly what happened with Melina, too. She played a version of Iron Maiden, but that's where we fight the headcanon is the most, is they see this, well, they drew this name from the comic books. It must be that character from the comic books. No, it's just the name. It's just the actual name, not even the name of the superhero or villain. Hardwick Benthau for $1. It's rumored that Marvel has narrowed its casting shortlist for Whistler in the new Blade movie down to two choices, Helen Mirren and Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, not surprised. And just watch the original Blade. Joel Reese for $5. Mexican Iron Man is a audit accountant and is 99% sure that the money numbers from Disney are bogus. He made a good analysis yesterday on Mead, says Joel Reese for $5. Yeah, the movies are bogus. The numbers are bogus. And the movies are bogus too. But yeah, the numbers are bogus. But it's bogus in a way to where they can get away with it, where it's legally okay. Rhetorical Thrill for $3. If they have no ovaries, then they make no estrogen unless they're on a complex and likely carcinogenic hormone replacement program. Their bones should be like glass. Yeah. Well, that's why you don't see super spy 75-year-old women running around. All right. You just don't. Sha Wujing for $5. Finally, my favorite time of the week. English is not my first language, so I apologize, but you're doing great. But I saw two movies this weekend, Black Widow and A Disappointment, and Major Grom, a Russian comic book movie that was actually entertaining the whole way through. I recommend it. Oh, that's the second recommendation I've heard for that. I'm going to have to see it. I'm going to most definitely have to see that. Sweetie Squad for $5. Mahler, you can't even be a white male villain now. Example, Taskmaster, R.I.P. Hyrags, and oh my God, Me He Cheek Sentmehi Meh a cheek. I can't even say this word, so I'm not going to try. Sorry, Hyrags. That's probably some freaking EFAP lore there. Flat Justicia for $20. Thank you, but nothing to say. Nothing to say. 52 movies, but thank you. 52 movies a year for $4.99. Am I the only person that thinks it would be interesting to talk to Mahler's dad? No, you're not. Brakir for $2. Thank you for the donation. JT for $20. Hail, everyone. I'm coming in very late, but I'm guessing that She-Hulk show will have Tatiana Maslany head on Gunter Schleigerkamp's body. I don't even know how to say his last name. When she hulks out, yes. That'll add some scrunched up paper towels as boobs. That's probably what it's going to look like. It's not going to look like Hot She-Hulk. That show's going to be a disaster. Dab for $10. Had Stan Lee died earlier, the MCU would have gone down the shitter at the end of Phase 2, beginning of Phase 3. Lee died at the end of 18. Phase 3 ended in late 19. Endgame was in the pipeline when he was alive. It was, a lot of that stuff was being made. I don't think he had that much influence on it, though, Dab. I think that Hollywood had influence. Kevin Feige had influence, and he just eventually bent the knee. Bent the knee to the cabal. Mikey Gussler for $10. Reminder, keep your eyes and ears out on August 5th since the Release the Air Cut account is teasing something that day, and they are collaborating with David Ayer himself. Hashtag Release the Air Cut. Well, I certainly hope it works. I do. WG for $50. Hail, Real BBC and Sir Mahler. Great show as usual. A bit off topic, but I heard that all English soccer players' action figures were recently recalled from the store because they were determined to be a choking hazard. Oh, as and co, can you confirm? I actually read that one. Nolan Nerd for $5.04. I think the smile scene may relate to the daughter being brain damaged from adolescence, and the widow knows this, and it's communicating like a 10-year-old. Maybe. I think that's unfortunately, Nolan Nerd, I think you're too intelligent for Marvel's writing, and I'm projecting something on that probably would have been better. You guys always come up with better plots than they do in Hollywood. I think they were just the retard. That's what I think. JBIT89 for $19.99. The problem with ScarJo comments about being sexualized in movies is contradictory to what she wears on the red carpet events every day. Yep. The DJ Foy for $5 Australian. Lost in Translation starts with a shot of her butt in sheer underwear, and the movie was written and directed by a woman. Oh, yeah, well, women appreciate the female body more than men generally do. Their own, the male body. Yeah, maybe the director was a lesbian. But that was Sofia Coppola, right? Well, it's Hollywood. Baseline buy, right? Sporking News Podcast for $5. Hail to all. Shameless plug, Gary. Thank you guys for A+ content. You are welcome, Scott. I gotta get on your show soon. Super Mastermind for $5. Nerdy One. BBC may be taking out loans they will not be able to pay back. Did they put the BBC, not us, BBC, did they put Doctor Who franchise up as a loan for collateral? I don't know. It's the only thing they really have worth a ton of money, that and Top Gear. I don't know. Doctor Who is in dire straits. Well, I think it's dead. I know some people are still holding out hope, but, I'll tell a little story on that one. I explained this on this show, but I'll repeat it here. Selling comic books, I was able to watch stories break. In other words, with the fandom, like I could see the equivalent of a franchise dying. Each comic book is a mini franchise, right? And each comic book had a character that drew the fans in, or a story. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen a comic book go too far. Usually it's when the character stops acting like the character they grew up with, or the storyline does something so radical with that character, it just breaks the spell and the audience never goes back, or the readers never go back. So on a micro level, I saw that happen all the time in my comic shop. One More Day is a great example. Spider-Man has never been the same since One More Day. Just not been the same. Spider-Man was the biggest character in all of comics. I don't think it is anymore. I don't think he is anymore because of One More Day. Batman is doing the same thing, but Batman's still very, very popular. But I've seen a lot of little stories just, people just give up on it and never come back. And that's what Doctor Who did. It went too far. For one, Jodie Whittaker does not act like the doctor. Go back and watch some old Doctor Who. She does not act like the Doctor. That's one of the important things. The most important thing, though, is Timeless Children. Doctor Who could have survived Jodie Whittaker as just a doctor, but they had to change the canon, and that's the breaking point. And the show does not need hardcore fans anymore. It needs normies, and they're not coming back. They are completely turned off by this show, and you had one chance at it, you'll have to start from scratch down the road sometime. But continuing this continuity, doing a 14th Doctor, continuing on, yeah, sure, you'll get your basic 2, 3, 4 million people watching in the UK, 300,000, 400,000 people watching here. But that's not what you need out of your franchise anymore, because the bar was set so high by Russell T. Davies and Stephen Moffat. Sorry to say it. I mean, I wish it were different. And like, my mind is open. Sure, they could erase the Timeless Children and, get a big time actor to play the Doctor, or have a new radical idea with a good showrunner where writing comes first and there is no agenda anywhere. It could happen, and I want it to happen. I just don't think it. Possible silver lining. A few years ago, possible silver lining. A few years of good movies making money but not winning woke awards will coerce good writing and acting from Hollywood. Modalicious for $5. Yeah. But, well, there's a problem with that, and it's the streaming stuff. That streaming really is not something that's going to inspire or create quality. That's the biggest problem. But yeah, I mean, we need failures with the woke stuff, successes with the non-woke stuff. Shane O'Reilly, thank you for the $1.49 super sticker, or euro, 149 euro. I don't know, do you say euros? Thank you. Mikey Gussler for $2. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Mikey Gussler for $5. Currently listening to Nothing to Lose by Kiss while watching you guys at the same time. Love both the band and you guys. Thanks, Mikey. Yeah, Kiss is awesome. Peppermint Oil Capsule for $2. The It's a Man woman who played by B5 Light. The It's a Man woman played by B5 Lita. Okay. Not sure what that means. Cuba SSC7 for €5. Gary and Az, you like to read stuff, right? Do you have a P.O. box to send you stuff? Yes, we do. Az's P.O. box is on the About section of his channel, and mine is on the About section of my channel, or it's on my website, nerdrotic.com. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience for $5. Sending all the respect to you men. Mahler, you're hilarious. Also, I post your videos on Twitter as it's like you were never banned. There you go. Cuba SSC7 for £10. Hey, Gary, as Longman, do you have the X-23 comic Innocence Lost and Target X? She was such a nice new female character, flawed but unique, became her own character, missed those times. Yes, I have them. Yes, I do. Rick Moranis for $4.99. She has a pistol in Dreykov's office at the end. Does she? Yeah, she does. How'd she manage to get that in there? That's a good point. I thought there were, yeah. Infinity One for $5. I like how you all are using he for the Taskmaster. Yes. G-Man for $5. In the next MCU movie, would you rather have a gender swap but with loads of TNA shots, or a passable story true to canon with terrible costumes? I don't want to. I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe has no excuses. They make enough money to have good costumes, passable stories. TNA will not be part of anything Disney, and that's why Disney sucks. That's why I don't like Disney. I've never liked Disney and their family-friendly stuff. That's gonna be the doom for Marvel, and that's where DC had a leg up, but Warner Brothers fucked up. Warner Brothers just fucked up. You don't get another chance sometimes. Hey, Gary, did you get the Streamlabs donation? Says Adam Wolford for $2. I did. Thank you. Alexander for 100 rubles. I haven't seen the movie, but I assume it's full of cranberry towards Russians. Red Sparrow did it as well. It's all stereotype bullshit. Rusky man bad. Yep. That's pretty much it. Warp Factor Zero for $8. I can rarely catch you guys live. Can't stay, but you and the gang are all great and speak the truth without candy-coated bullshit. Thank you, Warp Factor Zero. Those are very kind words. We appreciate that. Gonzalo Bergali for 75 Uruguayan pesos. The smile was because the dude playing it was dying inside. Yes, he probably was. Michael Bay, you call that gratitude? You call that gratuitous ass? You call that a gratuitous ass shot? Says Taker 610 for $2. No shit. He could take it to a whole new level. Taker 610 for $2. Put the camera at ass level. You heard me. Unpopular movie opinions for $5. We all know Mahler is faking his Australian accent so he can get the ladies. Adrian Nazaruk for £5. Don't worry, long man, and the Dawn will return and set everything right once more. Indeed. Darius Munchausen, thank you for the $1.49. Demi Moore's Tapeworm for $4.99. I used to be gay until I saw abs without a shirt on and it scared me straight. That's mean. One Rough Girl for $4.99. I live around the corner from the Delta Force compound and where they train special forces. Very hot, she says. Very hot. Joseph Benowitz for $5. I think Milena is the real villain. Why? She viewed all as controlled pigs. She didn't shrug at Yelena being mind-controlled. Milena is the Red Room. Yes. And they never did anything with it because we can't show women bad now. We can't. Projects done poorly, like Black Widow for $5. Mahler, Die Hard versus Lethal Weapon. Which one is best? I think he's said in the past, Die Hard. Nerdy Girl Creates for $4.99. If you could run Marvel, what would be the first thing you do after firing everyone? I would if I ran Marvel, I would put all the money into hiring the best talent that puts story first. And I would assemble a super team. But it would be back to basics. It would be back to basics. And making billions. Taker 610 for $5. As Gary, would it be fair to say the things you like about the Snyder Cut aren't necessarily what Mahler dislikes about it? Loved your rage vid, Mahler. I think it's just different taste. It's simply different taste. I have never, ever said I am not... I am this super objective person. I've never said that, and I will never say that. I'm not unbiased. I know one channel out there said they were neutral. I'm not neutral. I'm biased. I'm subjective. I mean, that's I try to be fair at times, but no. If I think something's shitty, I'll tell you why it's shitty. If I like something unabashedly and it doesn't make sense, I just want to be entertained. I don't get caught up too much in details unless the characters are bad. If I don't have a good character to distract me from plot holes, then I'm going to notice them. But no, I am not this fair and balanced. No, I'm not. I am for the fans. I am not neutral. I am on the fan side. Period. Don't need to be any other way. I mean, why? Nobody else is. What's the next one here? Okay, Grimjoy for $5. Was the flying fortress surrounded by an impenetrable forest? No, it wasn't. But it was able to crash for like a half an hour. Super Nate for $10. Superman and Lois returns tonight. Finally, some good effing superhero content. Mahler, get on it and watch that show. Rough Girl for $4.99. Gary, if you're ever in North Carolina, I'd like to invite you and the family to a free indoor wind tunnel jump and outdoor skydive, or we can jump in Texas. The wind tunnel thing I'd do. That'd be fun. Hell yeah. Pedistic $5 for $5. Been reading Savage Sword of Conan. Yes, loving it. I heard Roy Thomas is removed from the project after issue 60. Is it worth reading beyond that point? Yeah, it's just not as good. But yeah, it's still got some good stuff in there. Andrew Matthews for £5. As I hope you have done your Babylon 5 homework. Don't let Gary down. Oh, As never lets me down. Problem Tactic for $4.99. Hail and cheers to my favorite live stream duo. What do you think will be the next casualty of bad writing after Loki and Widow? Hawkeye. I think What If will be its own little disaster, but it's alternate universe stuff, so whatever, and some of it will be cringe, and maybe one will be good. I don't like the animation, but I'm pretty sure it'll be Hawkeye. He'll be the next character. They're going to systematically go through all the Avengers. Then, they're eventually going to get to Tony. Always remember to properly wash your ass, says Zontar for $2. I agree. Jason McCushton for $5. Sympathies for the Cup and the Outpost, respectively. Much love to you both. Thank you. Cheers. And Outpost is Comic Outpost. The Cup is that sports ball thing that England choked on. Austin Dwyer for $5. Taskmaster does stunts as a man, but does dialogue as a woman. Does that make them gender fluid? Oh, it does. It does. A girl as met on the internet for £5. With carjackings in San Francisco up from between 100 to 750%. The SFDA says that the reason 40% of the people are leaving is because they're racist. The San Francisco DA is a retard. 21 U.S. Code 36BB3, I think it is, right to accept or refuse any experimental treatment that is including mass tests and jabs. It's all only emergency approval. You need to comply to nothing, says mispronounced for $3. Exactly. As far as I know. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds like this needing to comply stuff with my health sounds a bit illegal. Got Peach for $10. From one nerd to another, still a fan of Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Marvel, but I will not give 1 penny towards the new crap. I have my DVDs. I'm good. God bless. Same here. The Rand Man for $2. Privileged. I grew up in a trailer park with mostly Mexican families and was drawn into fights every other day just for being the white kid. Fuck you racist moron. That was to an article we were reading and not to us, by the way. Hardwick Benthau for $1. Winter Soldier is the best Black Widow movie. The scene where Black Widow asks Cap, who do you want to be, is brilliant characterization. It implies that she's not so used to putting on disguise all the time and that she doesn't know how to be herself. Yeah, Hardwick, dude, you have put a lot of thought into this, and I appreciate that. Yes, it is clearly the best Black Widow movie, but I will argue that Avengers is almost as good. It doesn't have as much Black Widow in it, but I think Joss Whedon wrote her the best. I think her dialogue, that opening scene of the Avengers, they gave it to fucking Black Widow, and it was great. And you could tell it was like straight up, I'm going to Buffy Black Widow, and it was great. Hardwick Benthau for $1. Please read my email. Eric Pearson responds to link to a 2-minute interview clip of Black Widow. Screenwriter Eric Pearson responding disrespectfully, in my opinion, to the backlash from Taskmaster fans and giving his claims on why he changed Taskmaster. Well, yeah, I did see that, and I agree with you. I was pretty disrespectful. I did see it, though. Thank you. Deep Sixer 1970 for $13.67. Thank you. Check out my new Mass Effect fan fiction and tell me what you think. It's on YouTube. Here's the link. At 50 years old, this is my first time doing content. Be gentle. Well, I'll always be gentle. Yeah, I'll check it out. Deep Sixer, thanks. Bat Guano for $13.67. Hail, Gary. Same generation as yourself in the pop culture world. I just despair at the lack of imagination in the current crop of scriptwriters. Was a mega Doctor Who fan, just couldn't face watching the last 2 series. Good. Pertwee and Baker era myself. Yeah, that's what I grew up on. Somebody asked over the weekend, what era of Doctor Who were you born in, and I was born right before, excuse me, I was born right before the Third Doctor era. Super Me for $2. Good afternoon, Gary. Always good to watch a nooner. I've been watching a lot of foreign films lately. Oh, good. The usual stuff. Samurai, horror, drama. But recently I found some foreign comic movies. Watched Major Grom on Netflix. I recommend Marvel could learn. That's the third person who said that. I got to watch it. Nikki D for $5. It seems that the majority of the MC fans loved Loki. Yeah, despite its terrible writing and needless deconstruction of the character. Do you think this is this response is similar to the response for The Last Jedi? I think it's more The Force Awakens, where people over time will realize how awful the show truly is. Yes, I do believe that, Nikki D. I do. Gray Ghost for $5. Have a 5 towards a good cup of coffee and hail to the best pop culture live streamer on YouTube. Wow, thank you, Gray Ghost. Black Widow's third act was overblown garbage. I could have dealt with the rest of it, hadn't completely fallen apart with the Red Room and Prison Break. MCU fail. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Thank you, Gray Ghost, for the kind words. Phoenix Tangent for $5.99. I'm just getting up. So I'm doing these in like little snippets, and we're going to do a massive super chat square up before I go to Vegas. So like, I am just slow in the morning. Ask Mrs. Nerdrotic. It takes me an hour to get going. Mariko Tamaki turns Starfire into an Asian mom. I guess it's if she's going to self-insert, why not insert her issues with her mother into the story? I know. I read it. It was fucking terrible. Melina Vader for $5. The problem with the left is they want so much diversity that they think that their representation is enough and not their talent. That I find demeaning. Stay awesome, Gary and Friday Night Tights crew. Much love from Puerto Rico always, and much love to you, Melina Vader. Thank you for the $5. Evil Knievel for $5. Target doesn't allow PS5, Xbox SX to be sold in stores, or not to be sold in stores, online only. Got you. Best Snake Eyes quotes for $10. English used to be rhotic, like Nerdrotic, pronouncing R's after vowels, such as it is still in America until they develop specific accents to distinguish themselves from lower classes. They added the U to words like flavor and color after the fact to suck it as, ooh, you've been served. Not Ginger, who is a lovely person, for $5. This probably won't go through tonight, but hey, it's my birthday on Monday, and how lucky for me, I'm getting Friday Night Tights mug delivered that day. Hail, Mrs. Nerdrotic. See you all in Vegas. And we will sing to you at Vegas. We will sing to you a happy belated birthday Friday Night Tights song in Friday Night Tights fashion. Erica Perrin for $25. My week has been awful. I'm overworked because we're short-staffed, and I could have been making an extra $50 an hour tonight over my hourly rate, but fuck no, because there was no way I was missing Friday Night Tights live 2 weeks in a row because we were on vacay last week. Love, Erica. We love you too, Erica. Wow. I don't know if that's good or not. You gave up a lot of money, but thank you for the $25, and that's humbling. Thank you. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. Twilight Zone Fantasy Putt-Putt is not golf, Gary. I know. And you're going to see how bad I am tomorrow. Warpig for $5. Thought Bubble. We have a safe space. Real fans. Leroy Jenkins. Bronx Slayer for $5. I don't know if anyone else is talking about this, but what do you think is going to happen with Umbrella Academy Season 3? Vanya is going to be acted by the artist known as Elliot Page. Well, actually, that's probably going to be a big problem. My guess is it gets canceled after Season 3. Throne of Games LP for $25. My favorite sci-fi show of all time is Stargate SJ1. I'm so happy that the show had a fantastic 10-season run and ended well before the woke disease-infested entertainment. Now I'm going to have to watch it, knowing it ended well. King DI for $6.95. Don't worry about Doctor Who. Wait until the latest 007 movie comes out at last. Oh, God, it's going to be terrible. Thank you for the $6.95. Thank you for the $25. Throne of Gamesmanship or Gamesman Throne of Games LP, sorry, and Bronx Slayer and Warpig. Sanochi for $5. Warning, Tolkien Society went full soy. Likes and dislikes off. Comments off. Hail Friday Night Tights and hail to you. Techno Tyrant for $5. The Activision Blizzard lawsuit was about sexual assault on one of the work retreats. Ooh, a woman ended her life because of what her boss made her do. Disgusting. The lawsuit is being filed by the state of California after 2 years of litigations. That's fucking disgusting. So I hope somebody goes to jail then, if that is indeed the case. Eric K for $5. If Disney makes a bad contract, they must abide by it. If I sign a bad contract, guess what? It needs to be paid. It is not ScarJo's problem. They signed a bad contract. If it were the other way around, she would be screwed. Yep. And she might be screwed anyway. Well, that's why she's doing this. RC Mouse for $20. I know I'm behind the times, but I just finished Man in the High Castle today. Gary, enjoyed your season 3 review, which got me pumped for finishing up the series after a bit of a slow start. Great show with great actors. Why, you're welcome. And thanks for the deep cut there. Yes. I reviewed that a long time ago. Adam for $5. We should remake Jay and Silent Bob, but make Jay the Silent One, and Bob won't shut the fuck up and kill him and bring him back to life just to kill him off again. As long as this is just in the story, that's fine. Raja for $5. Hey, Gary, I've been a long-time lurker since your Game of Thrones streams. You are my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Have you checked out the Song of Ice and Fire graphic novels, and did you like them? Actually, I did. I have the 3 Tales of Duncan Egg stories, and I like them. Thanks for all you do. Hail Friday Night Tights. Raja, thank you. And yeah, they were also drawn by Mike S. Miller. Some of them were. And I know he gets a lot of shit. Probably well earned, but he's a very talented artist. Old Man Dan for $5. YouTube wouldn't let me super chat, so here you go. Spoiled loony leftists crying they need more millions to maintain their loony leftist lifestyle gets zero sympathy from me. Me as well, sir. Kevin Smith's yeast infection for $2. You know, back when I was in the academy, I used to love refrigerators. I love refrigerators. Indeed. Let's get back up here. All right. Robert Kier for $10. Love me some Friday Night Tights. Can't wait till you are a fellow Texan. I can't wait either. As a matter of fact, house went on the market today, and I might possibly be getting offers while we're in Vegas. We'll see. Nick Weiser for $5. I got nothing fancy. Get a coffee or something. I will. In Vegas with you. Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast, for 3 665 super chats. And I meant every word when I said that I loathe you. I meant that I loathe you forever. REO Speed Post 2021. That's good. Vermin don't get a second chance. No, they don't. And no sleep till Vegas. That's right. Darkstar 76. Where have you been, sir? For $20, he says, hail all, I'm back. This is my first live watch in months. Since my bro-in-law passed away. Oh, suddenly. Oh, no. Spent weeks at my sister's house sending pics while I wait to IG. Glad to be back to the best show on any platform, period. Love you guys, and we love you too, and welcome back, and best to your family, man. Jester of Roanoke for $1. Does anyone feel that at this point, like Kevin Smith was just a poser all along? Because it feels like he just played the longest of long games, pretending to be one of us, only to betray his fans the first time Hollywood fluttered its eyelashes at him. I think he was a real deal nerd for like 10 years, but he's been in Hollywood for 25 years. So he's more Hollywood than he ever was a nerd. Dr. Martin Luther Pepe for 3 donations of $10 each. We're going to start with number 1. Hail Friday Night Tights. This one is for the manliest, sexiest, and ruggedly handsome of all. Is there any way for you to petition Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II herself, to make Games Workshop stop being such fucking dickheads? As someone who got into 40K through fan creations, like the excellent Hell's Reach fan film, Brother Alpha Busas' hilarious text-to-speech series, and creators such as Ark. and his lore series. It is so frustrating to see Games Workshop bite the hand that feeds until Games Workshop reverses this moronic direction of fan prosecution. I know that they will not get another crown from me. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail chat. Fuck Jeremy. I don't know about the fuck Jeremy part, but hail to you, sir. Dr. Martin Luther Pepe, thank you. Jester of Roanoke for $1. Greetings, Friday Night Tights citizens. Why not a simple name for the meetup like Hail to the Chat? Friday Night Tights live meet. It almost feels like the phrase is ours at this point. Well, yes, it is. Hail to the chat, and that will be our mantra for the evening. Jeremy R. Moreno for $20. Love you guys. Hope Disney stops effing everything. Me too. Iman Athusis for $4.99. A friend posted, if you don't like He-Man, keep it to yourself. I said that you should be allowed to say if you don't like it, and he blocked and unfriended me. Then he wasn't your friend, Iman. I'm sorry. Some friends aren't your friends. What a pussy. The Ghost of Flea for $10. As like the hot dog in the Friday Night Tights bun. Okay, but hot dog gives the flavor. Cheers. All right. There you go. Somebody likes that. Gary, there are things you never say, like a guy gave it to me in prison, says Ben Graziano for $5. Good point. Nicholas Papadopoulos for $5. That Arple O'Neil cover also shifts her down so her boobs are hidden. Look at all the negative space at the top. Some SJW must have requested that. Agreed. And yeah, thank you for noticing that. I noticed that too. Therogato Rage for $20. Any hope for the Moon Knight show? I know that D+ shows have been crap, but with how Oscar was treated and clearly didn't love his time with the Disney sequels, you think he chose the Moon Knight show because it was somewhat decent? I hope so. I think he's a good choice for Moon Knight. 007 Cloud for $2. Gonna see GNR this Tuesday, and you've already seen them, and I hope you had a great time. The Unapproachable Sasquatch for $5. Making Fridays at third shift work bearable. You're all MVPs, but as is my spirit animal, whammon is now part of my vocabulary. Thanks to you all. Hail and hail to you. Vake for $4.99. Bring back Rob Liefeld covers. Have things gotten that bad? I think things have gotten that bad. The Iron Omega for $5. I just saw a picture of a raccoon finger painted. A raccoon finger painted that was better than that Arple O'Neil cover. Agreed. The new pink slime for $5. I don't like the new Wendy's logo. Oh, wait, that's an Arple O'Neil cover. Quatrina VR for $1.99. Let's talk about Flora Gill's insane hot takes. Who is that? I mean, we could. I'm open for insane hot takes. King of Sharks for $5. Colorado University published a study that said BLM protesters didn't spread the coof, but anti-lockdowns will kill grandma. And our universities are filled with the retard. Scott Becker for $19.99. Dems are terrified of 2022 elections and are using Rona to keep the relaxed election rules they used to cheat in 2020 in place. Agreed. Mudcrab for $5. Kevin Smith must be thanking his gods this week after Scarlet versus Disney and Dumpster Fire dropped. Oh yeah. The news cycle renewed, but then it kind of focused back on him, and he has been awfully quiet. Bionic Belly Button, what's up, Bionic Belly Button for $20? Fucking love this panel and chat. We fucking love you, Bionic Belly Button. Are you going to Vegas? I wonder if Bionic Belly Button's going to Vegas. Angelo War 1 for $5. Damn, I'm late. Came home, showered, now watching. Finally, my favorite people ever. LOL. Love you all the videos. Thank you. You can bring. And can you bring Limis? Who's Limis? I don't know. Sure. But thank you. Thank you for the $5. Cyberus for $2. We live in a modern day Demolition Man. We do. We are just a couple of days away from getting tickets for cussing. Gary, your Vax views I respect. Watch. Gary, your Vax views I respect. Watch Dr. Sam Bailey, YouTuber. Obesi views on the coronavirus and its test. All this nonsense based on the test. Learn. Oh, I'll check it out, Jakin. Thank you, Jacob, for the $5. I appreciate it. I'll check it out. Akira, Ninja Scrolls. Thoughts? Bruno for $6.99. I like Akira, and I've heard good things about Ninja Scrolls. Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks for $5. Something that makes me giggle. BLM's fist symbol is the black face of a communist icon. Ooh, it might be. Nerd Immunity. I like that. For $4.99. Have you seen the Variety article? David Ayer emotional letter criticizing the studio cut of Suicide Squad. The studio cut is not my movie. I did see that, yes. And hashtag release the Ayer cut. Mark, thank you for the $20 donation. Nothing to say, but thank you, sir. Bird Up for $5. Translating X-Ray Girls blinks into Morse code. Help me, please. Help me, please. Francisco Valle for $4.99, or Valle. Can you guys show Voxus Productions some love? He just received a strike on his channel for no reason. Who is Voxus Productions? And I mean, sure, if you didn't deserve a strike, then you shouldn't get one. But yeah, I have no idea who that channel is. I can check it out. Okay, I went and checked it out, and yeah, he's a puppet. It's a puppet, and he got a community guideline strike for violence on a Christmas 2015 video, a 7-year-old video, almost 7 years old. Yeah, and that is from, oh God, why am I forgetting the name now? COPA. The COPA restrictions. The puppet could be seen as for children, and what he did, all he did was show a video of Black Friday and a bunch of idiots going for a big screen TV. So yeah, that's a problem. That's a bot not understanding nuance, and that is a problem. If a hot alien landed in the middle of a city, who is most likely to fail at getting her? Okay. So if a hot alien landed in the middle of a city, who would be the most likely to fail at getting her? Az or Ryan? Jorge Polito for $5. I would say Ryan. Cthulhu Rising for $5. Awesome. Alex Jones. I lived in Austin when he was on public access there. A true character and now a prophet. Yes, a prophet. And I'm going to try to get him on the show. I basically asked Garrett if he could do anything for me. Tony Rolandaro for $5. Make fun of Brie all you want, but I bet you can't hang from a tree by your toes. Good point. And Rad for €2. I can talk. Gunners beat Rollers by 1 in a million. I don't know what that is, but okay. Cthulhu Rising, thank you for the $5. Raytard Monkey. Weren't you supposed to be casting the Fantastic Four tonight? Yeah, we were. We'll do that next Friday. I will remind the guys, although they're all in Vegas. They're not going to remember. Yeah, they're all in Vegas having fun right now. But you know what? I take care of you guys first. Siberius for $5. Wasp and Dawkins are way better rock bands. GNR wishes they played rock like them. Heavy metal is still better. Long live Saxon, Accept, and Judas. I like all those bands. I like them all. There's no reason to compare. Wasp. I disagree, Siberius, on the Dawkins part. I know Razor Fist will take exception, but I can't stand Dawkins. I don't like, I wasn't into prissy hair metal. I was more into the hardcore stuff. Wasp, I like. Blackie Lawless, much respect. Accept, much respect. Saxon, fuck yeah. Judas Priest, fucking the Kings. Joseph the Gamer 15 for $4.99. Hi guys, it's great to watching y'all's videos exposing the clowns in Hollywood and SJW. Also, are you guys going to talk about I'm Not Starfire? We did on Yellow Flash's stream. I reviewed the book. It's awful, and I will never get that portion of my life back. Sid the Magi for $5. What do you guys think of Velvet Revolver? Basically, Guns N' Roses with swap Axl for Scott Weiland. It was okay. It felt like it was okay. It kind of felt like, oh God, why am I blanking on the name now? Audio Slave. It felt like Audio Slave. Like you put this band together and it should work, but it didn't. And listen, I liked Rage Against the Machine when it came out. That first album was fucking awesome. But once the guitar player started popping off and Zach De La Rocha, graduate of fucking Hollywood High, went down and started getting all like he was like a revolutionary. I sat next to the guy at a Jane's Addiction show with Melissa Gilbert from, like we weren't hanging. I didn't know them. I just got seats next to them for a Jane's Addiction show in Hollywood. And, he smelled terrible. Like, bruh, shower. You're a millionaire. Joseph the Gamer, 15 for $4.99. Hi, guys. It's great to be watching y'all's videos. I already read that one. So we're just going to go back now. We're just going to go back to Blaine Savini for $5. Look up the definition of doublethink in Wikipedia and read the first 2 paragraphs. It explains so much. Doublethink on Wikipedia. Doublethink is the process of indoctrination whereby the subject is expected to simultaneously accept 2 mutually contradictory beliefs as correct, often a contradiction to one's own memories or sense of reality. Doublethink is related to, but differs from, hypocrisy. Jack Bradley for £2 got Green Lantern 48 and 51 1994 for $40 total. Excellent. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $5. Just bought the Frank Miller Holy Tarot trade paperback. Found it from a Canadian comic book store for $45 US. Shipping includes Fook. Shipping included. Fook SJW canceling pork wallets. Agreed. I have 3 to give away, or 2 to give away at the meetup. I hope I remember them. God, I got to get the prizes together too. I haven't even packed yet. Scott Ruggles for $9.99. The fandom has started fighting back. A new convention-based con in Norton Shores, Michigan is going on September and promise there won't be any empty virtue signaling. Based con is an old school SF con. No shit. They should have Vic Mignogna there then. I have an autograph on the way, 8x10 from Nichelle Uhura. Oh, Nichelle Nichols. Excellent. Editor MG for $5. Excellent. Sith Cake for $5. Also, check out Cowboy Bebop and Helsing. Oh, and 08th MS Team. Just to state a few old school ones. I've heard of a couple of those. Matthew Scaba for $20. At this point, I have given up on Hollywood. The content they produce isn't worth my scratch. It took me a long time to cancel Star Wars. Hardest thing in my life. That is okay. I still love the OG and the prequels, and that's all you can do. And it was, I thought it would be tougher giving up comics, but it wasn't. Editor MG for 3 super chats. 1 for $10, 2 for $5. Ghostbusters Afterlife looks like what should have happened with Star Wars. Bring the old cast and pass the torch on. I will fly to Indiana to watch this with my son. Get Blair White on. Okay. And yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife looks to be the turn of the tide. Cancel culture is the revenge of the untalented, says Meredith G for $2. Absolutely. Editor MG for $10. Hey guys, do you think Afterlife will be okay? Yes, I do. New trailer looks good. I agree. Janine and Ray, that trailer looks like how you should pass on the torch. Totally agree. That trailer fired me up. Also, watch the commentary on the trailer. It's quite good. Ophion83 for £10. Be aware, Voxus Productions has discovered a rogue YouTube bot striking channels for using 9/11 footage as extremist material. People face having their channels deleted. Check your content. I avoid that subject like the plague, even on the Exozone, which will return when I get back from Vegas. Thank you to Doomcock for being patient with that. And there'll be a show next Thursday a week from this Thursday, I guess. Sorry, not this Thursday, but the following. They'll be in Exozone. Iron Buddha 80 for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights. If there's anything we've learned from Kevin Smith this entire time, is that sorry, I had dinner. My oldest son made chicken. It was delicious. Is that he's lost all the weight through sobbing several hours a day. Good point. Elijah Elvis for $4.99. I actually work for Trailer Park Art Machine. You do? Do you know Christopher Ortiz? Christopher Ortiz, I believe, works for Trailer Park or used to, and he used to work at my store, and he's a very good guy. Joseph the Gamer 15 for $4.99. Hi, guys. It's great to watch y'all videos exposing the clowns in Hollywood and SJW. Also, your talk about I'm Not Starfire. Hell yeah. Thank you. Jimmy Stewart for £2. When will X-Ray Girl speak about anything at all? When I tell her to. Thunderstorm for $9.99. Just kidding. Isn't Doctor Who Companion literally the co-star of the show? So they literally killed a show that kickstarted the film careers of multiple women. Feminism put a stop to that. Yep. The show has always been centered around women. Always. But you know what women like? Men. Most women like men. That's a scientific fact. Daniel Zamansky for 15 ills. Oh, that's Israeli shekels. There you go. Gary, you keep calling Ryan baby boy. When are you going to adopt him and teach him to eat food that's not from the floor? I never said I was a good father. David Sigrist for $5. Just bought Bananas Foster Coffee from Geek Grind. Can't wait to try it. Excellent. Thank you. That is great to hear. That is great to hear. Support people who support us, most importantly, without question. I see question 2, Al Bundy. I need to find question 1. Let me search for this for a second. I don't see question 1, Al Bundy. So I'll just have to go with question 2. Who would you rather spend the night with? A, Brie Larson, or B, Ali Bundy or Al Bundy? I would rather go camping with Al Bundy, hanging out, fucking fishing, and complaining about Peg. Mr. Grant Gregory for $5 Australian. Thanks for playing my trailer. Nerdrotic is next. Then it's Jenny from Geeks and Gamers. Hail Friday Night Tights, and thank you. You are welcome, Mr. Grant Gregory. Thank you for making the trailer. MZ Bebout for $5. Donation for Az to Smile. Smile, Az. Ashkor Firestarter for $5. What do you guys think about the Green Knight movie trailer? Hail chat and hail Friday Night Tights. I think the Green Knight would be a great movie to watch if I was still doing shrooms. Aiken for $7.99. A gay brother-in-law used to love Doctor Who. He will only watch legacy episodes since Dr. Karen. Yep, they've alienated everybody. All of these fucking shows that are supposed to be for, we're expanding these to new voices and new perspectives, and less people are watching. Kate C. for $5. The Doctor is the British Anduin for Mr. Rogers, a staple of childhood for 3 generations in the UK. Anodyne. Did I say that wrong? Anodyne. Are you British, or maybe you're just smarter than me? What am I supposed to say here? Two's Nose for $5. Was there a rumor that even BBC America wasn't going to air future Doctor Who? No, they are. But less people are watching BBC America. It didn't have a lot of original programming to begin with. And its biggest show, or its 2 biggest shows, have gone to shit. Top Gear and Doctor Who. I voted for Trump, so they took my black card membership, says Rough Girl for $4.99. Nope, it's still yours. They can't take it. Wolpix for 10 pounds. All hail Nerdrotic. Who wouldn't have Sean Pertwee as the 14th Doctor? Answer, the PC BBC. Exactly. Dragonhorn for $5. Masters of the Universe original. Everyone loved it. Masters of the Universe 2000 reboot. Everyone loved it. Masters of the Universe KS reboot. Fans hate KS. It's the fans' fault. Get the fuck out, Kevin Smith. Damn straight. Fred Sacco for $5. Is Jodie going to regenerate into a New Zealand powerlifter? She better, or the BBC is racist. They probably are anyway. 9 for 29 or for 20.99 Canadian. Less Kevin Cucksmith, more Silent Bob. Agreed. Joachim Stark for 50 Swedish krona. New game, full screen. X-Ray Girl panel takes turns saying what she is thinking. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division for $4.99. I'm sorry, I used to send Gary Doomcock and Comics Division's Black Rifle Coffee. I was lied to. They aren't to a Patriots. Forgive me. You don't need to be forgiven. Thank you for sending us the coffee. It's fine. Bruce, we appreciate it. It's not your fault that they're punks. Roof Korean the Based for $2. Thank you for the donation. Guns Down in Hail for $2. Flash, did you ever finish the Gundam kit? I don't think he did. Furious Phil for $5. As American measurements, we put peeps on the moon. Metric sucks. True. Night Train for $5. Plain Jane with huge feet and an absurd sense of self-worth. Bree would be spot on casting for Peggy in the real life King of the Hill. Hail Friday Night Tights. Yeah, that's true. Spider Claw 74 for $5. Sunday, I sent a jab at Ryan to test Gary's theory and got a 6th grade level crack at my name instead of fire. Disappointed. Where's the rage, Ryan? Where's the rage? Ladatio for 100 bobs. It says bobs with 3 B's. All these companions should apply to Kotokawa treatment from the anime industry in Japan. Say or do something that costs the company money. Take it from their salaries. Oh, Michael King for $4.99. Visited my local comic shop today. Covert Comics in Foley, Alabama. Fair to say that more than 75% of their sales come from old comics and vintage toys. Yeah. Neil Horn for $15. Hail Friday Night Tights. I'm laying only on my couch recovering from shoulder surgery. You guys are doing a great job. FNT while high on oxycodone is hell of a thing. Wow. Don't get hooked on that stuff. James Hall for $5. JMS would be great. Love B5 and his work on Ghostbusters She-Ra. So much fun. There you go. Matt the Beast for $10. Well, at least an Australian rebellion would probably succeed since their military brought back mounted machine guns and still lost a war against flightless birds. Oh, shit. The Fixer won for £5. I said this to Odin, but if you shave Tila's head completely and mute MOTU, would Tila still come across as female? Gary and Az are the new Laurel and Hardy. Wow. Oh, my. Oh my. Paradox Guy for $9.99. Masters of the Universe Revelation audience score 36%. Masters of the Universe 87 audience score 40%. It's got new reviews this past week, which are better than Revelations. Well, because it's better. I would watch that. The Iron Omega for $5. Australia's situation is why you don't give up your guns. Exactly. F name, I name for $5. X-Ray Girl. At this point, if you don't sue Friday Night Tights, you're leaving money on the table. Next stop, Disney. By the way, the weightlifter woman blew a testy. Oh my. Fred Sacco for $10. Picard Season 2, The Search for a Cure for Arpal Tunnel Syndrome. Joey Bryant for $5. At least Arpal O'Neil still is a redhead for now. The Shido for $5. Off topic. Anyone check out the new Iron Maiden movie? The writings on the wall. Pretty cool animation. Heavy metal movie vibe. Long live FNT. No, I haven't. I need to see that now. Sherry Laurie for $10 Australian dollars, aka Mrs. Java Bean. Thanks for the info Infosanement. Oh, I like that. Infosanement, getting us through tough times. Yeah, you're welcome, Mrs. Java Bean, and thank you for watching. And thank Mr. Java Bean for me, too. You guys a cool couple. Nameless Who Cares for 5 Canadian pesos. Seriously, who talks less in Friday Night Tights? X-Ray Girl or Comics Division? Comics Division. Tim Dog, 68 for $5. All of those woke Hollywood lawsuits are like hilarious Mexican standoff. Yep. King Hess, 99 for $5. This one's for you, Ryan. Men were running Hollywood since it started. Women take control, and in 5 years, they bring it to ruin. Hail RK outrage. Yes. Billy Duncan for 5 British pounds. Well, at least Sue from HR at Disney will sue them also. Might as well, LOL. True. DJ Riddle and G Money for $10. Disney's backup plan when all else fails, hire Cardi B and her new bartender, Bill Cosby, to serve all park guests free refreshments before collecting donations with Deshaun Watson running security. Skiff Freak for $10. Demon Slayer movie, budget $15 million, box office $500 million. Hey guys, don't worry about Daniel Kibblesmith. He is going to bring us an amazing blade. Hail all you amazing people. See you in Vegas. Lyle Hammock for $5. See you in Vegas. King Hess for $99 for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights crew. Have to agree. We're reaching for a hit where Tomorrow War was seen as amazing, and screw Kevin. Also, hoping Dune doesn't turn out to be a shit, and hoping Kingsman is good, and Suicide Squad. Yeah, I like Suicide Squad. I love the original Kingsman. We'll see. And I hope Dune isn't shit. Mace Windu. Mace Windu for £5. Before you get excited about Michael Keaton and Tobey Maguire returning, just remember what they did to Luke Skywalker and He-Man. Exactly. 7 Harry Lime for $4.99. A few questions for Az. Number 1, why does the sun go on shining? 2, why does the sea go to shore? Number 3, why do they know you're the immortal baby? That's right. Ernesto A. Jimenez for 25 Chilean pesos. I don't know why I'm speaking with an accent right now. Just wait and watch how much everyone here in Latin America will hate America Chavez. Hashtag Latinx. What the fuck? I'm guessing a lot. The Bib for $5. DC Superman's new phrase is truth, justice, and a better world. Trina the Knitter Guthridge for $5. Please, can we get a t-shirt with FNT crew surfing on Az? And I heard that F Lancaster under your breath on Real BBC as Cry, York, and Attack. Love you all. Roof Korean is based for $2. Daisy Ridley plus Kelly Marie Tran should sue too. Yes. Olaf Van S for £2. It's the hashtag #MeSue movement. Oh, that's pretty good. Disney should bring up how much non-Marvel ScarJo movies don't make. The main draw is Marvel and the character. Canada Dry for 5 Canadian pesos. That's true, but if she signed the contract and they offered her the money, they should pay her. Sean the Movie Man 71 for $10. Hey Gary, what up with all the Hollywood chicks trying to be the next John Wick, telling the audience they were Taskmaster, but we saw that big swinging stick. Nah, gonna pass on these Me Too flicks. Yeah, there's one coming out with Samuel L. Jackson and the chick from La Femme Nikita, and she's supposed to be a badass. That chick is 5'4" and she weighs 90 pounds soaking wet. She would die horribly after being draped to death in a real criminal world. Dante Rage. I'm sorry, ladies, but it's true. Dante Rage for $2. This is off topic from today's discussions, but have you guys seen the YouTube channel Batten the Sun? They do some amazing fan-made videos involving comic book characters. Most are what-if type videos of whom fights whom. I'll check it out. No, I haven't heard of them, but I love hearing about new channels. And thank you for the $20. M Tax Shark for $10. If ScarJo wanted a successful film, why didn't she contract for creative control, writing and direction. In my opinion, creatives have no original talent. Also, no sympathy for Disney. Popcorn, please. Hail. Exactly. I'm just having fun watching this whole thing go down. It is beautiful. Thor Odinson for $9.99. You guys should build a new IP, crowdfund money for an animated series equal to Castlevania in quality and make a limited animated series. Create alternatives to Disney Netflix product. Well, Thor Odinson, I think it's a good time to talk about an idea I have for a graphic novel. Now, no, I'm not going to be crowdfunding a graphic novel anytime soon. But this is a story that's been in my head since I was a teenager, and I've been building on it mostly mentally, but I have about 4 or 5 notebooks filled with ideas for this story that in my retirement I will do. I will not be able to pull it off being on YouTube and writing a book. I would hire an artist. I wish I could hire a writer, but I think I'd want to tackle this, at least the plotting, because it's pretty big. You know, it's a story that I don't have a lot of story ideas. It's one I've been adding things to. I think about it when I'm at the gym and or in the shower. Occasionally I'm like, oh, that's a good idea for that. And it's something nobody's done yet. Unfortunately, my character, who I designed back in 1990. Well, first I designed him in the 80s, and then I redesigned him a bit in 1994. Looks a lot like The Witcher. That's all I'll say. But you know what? In my retirement, I think I'm going to take a crack at it. Brightest Day for $2. Keep it on screen. I'm close. Molfard for $2. MWBGA, make the whiteboard great again. Oh, bring back the whiteboard, as for sure. David Main for $25. Thank you. Used to think Hollywood hated toxic fans, but the way they keep lobbing softballs every week for your content. Conspiracy? I don't know, man. Some stuff, David, yeah, some stuff's a layup, bro. And I don't pick. I pick low-hanging fruit. I am no better or worse than the next guy or gal. I will most certainly pick low-hanging fruit. I just am more discerning. But I also don't have time to make a million videos. Let's be real. The way I edit, I couldn't make 2 or 3 videos a day. You meant Fat Ryan Kennel. Yeah. And again, no disrespect to my friends who do 3 or 4 videos a day. That does take a ton of work. And it's not something everybody could do, or they would do it. But that being said, maybe you can do it. Maybe you should get on YouTube and try it, because we need more common sense voices. I call on everyone with common sense and a voice to join us here on YouTube and infiltrate it with said common sense. So there. Neo 1972. A millionaire suing a billionaire. I honestly couldn't care less. Agreed. Also, I love you all, but especially as. Yeah, nobody likes me anymore, but that's okay. See, I don't need to be the star. I'm fine. I'm fine. No. Hail all. Ryan Johnson. You meant Fat Ryan Kennel. Okay, I missed that one. Jay Reynolds, thank you for the $4.99. Star Trekker 58 for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights. I hear there's a new beauty treatment that's big in Hollywood. Rectinol, special formulated for a-holes. Rectinol. It took me a minute there, Star Trekker. Sam U Rai. Oh, longtime viewer for $5. I would like to nominate Shaneology as Skeletor as guest on Friday Night Tights. He's my new favorite channel. Hilariously great impression and commentary. I'll check it out. Thank you, Samurai. Keckman for $5. Hail, Gary and friends. If you can, could you please invite Clownfish TV? They're great, and I think it would benefit you all. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I wanted to... I hope they don't feel dissed, right, that I didn't invite them. The reason I didn't invite them is I already had a guest invited for Friday Night Tights, and sometimes we bring on, I really like the 2 guest things as long as it doesn't offend the guest, and every single one of our guests has been okay with it, and it's great seeing like Chrissy Mayer play off of Critical Drinker, or she was great with Drinker and with Rekieta. Rekieta's awesome. I fucking love Nick Rekieta. Had a great conversation with him about Liberty. I might do a video on that. What do you think, guys? And gals, should I do a video on that? Let me know in the comment section below. Clownfish TV, yes, we will invite them back on. Most definitely. The reason I didn't want to bug them. I'm sure I felt like they were getting bugged, not bugged, but they were getting a lot of requests, and they don't do a ton of live streaming. They're very busy making their videos and working on their website. So we will bring them back within the next couple of months if they would like to come back on, because I think they're a great channel. Chrissy Mayer, what are you doing? Bring back nude ScarJo. I totally agree, Chrissy. I can't believe I missed this. Sorry, Chrissy. For $24.99. Well, I'm glad I paid you back on your live stream today. Saw Suicide Squad today. Spoilers. It starts fine. Harley is center stage. I disagree. I don't think she was center stage. Whammon saved the day. Whammon made Idris Elba look better. James Gunn killed Rick Flag. And now, I'm glad I didn't read this. And now I want to kill James Gunn. Ryan's Not So Secret Women Hating Society for 10 British pounds. I actually liked the movie. I hated Rick Flag dying. Irilla Swuza for 99 cents. Thank you for the donation. As far as the women characters, I thought they were well done. At least with Ratcatcher 2, I mean, that's as best as you're going to get from Hollywood as a good dad. I mean, a heroin junkie, but she was like a really likable character. She wasn't annoying. She didn't know everything. Actually, they made her kind of a stereotypical millennial, which was kind of funny. Brightest Day, $5. Everyone cool. Your X-Ray Girl thirst. Her and Mark are officially and everything now. Yes. Brightest Day. X-Ray Girl is happily married to a really decent human being named Mark the Cyborg. And they make a fantastic YouTube power couple. Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Oh, I like that. I mean, except for the Brewskis. But for $2, Back Butch Clever 2, a gothic gory western on IGG. I will check it out. I like that. I like the sound of it. Wiz UK for £5. Personally, I would rather see the money in ScarJo's pocket than Dismal's, just not her back pocket. Oh! Don't fuck with perfection. All hail Friday Night Tights. That is America's ass. Craig Fragnenti for $24.99. Hail Kings. Anti-Bechtel hero level movie. Master and Commander. Fuck yeah. Absolutely no woke feminist stuff at all. Just kill those frogs. Fucking Master and Commander is the shit. Hail Friday Night Tights. Love and respect. Fragaboom. Right back at you, Dan Fragaboom. And I saw your email and I will respond to it tonight. Dixon McClacker. Thank you for the 20 Australian dollars. After making a sperm bank donation, I thought I'd give you guys the proceeds because you are my funniest time of the week. Sorry, it's not much. They pay by weight. Oh, hell, Friday Night Tights. Oh, you win. Oh, winner. Quantum Boomer for $10. I'm trying this super talkie thing. Which button do I hit? Oh, crap. I think I hit the wrong button. That's me. I'm the Quantum Boomer. TJ Rowe for $10. You can't have it. Hail Friday Night Tights. Can you give Vox's production a shout out? Certainly. He's gotten 3. He recently got a community strike. His content is very funny, and I think he'd be a fun guest. I'll check out some of his stuff. I watched the video where he said he got hit. It was bullshit. So definitely go give Vox's Productions your love. He's almost at 100,000 subs. I saw him at like 90,000 subs. So if you want to, a little act of kindness, get him a little closer. I think that'd be cool. Super Nate for $2. Do not come. Do not come. I'm going to come. Michelle Gonzalez for $2. Perry Chan made her do erotic pizza. aroused. Oh, he's talking about Chrissy Mayer. Ringy542 for 10 euros. Hail all. Just want to know, will you be checking out the new Arple O'Neil comic from IDW? It's called Arple O'Neil. And QA at IDW must be top notch. It certainly is, because Heather Antos is there. T-Wolf or Biot Wolf 19 for $10. Comics ask for censorship. Jazz hands stunning and brave. Manga asks for censorship. Give back half your money to the employees. Manga cannot stop laughing. Stop laughing, manga. Stop. Don't stop. Stop laughing, manga. Don't stop. Adam Wolford for $10. So Games Workshop, owners of Warhammer 40K, has put new guidelines for fan-made films. They now have zero tolerance for it. Gary, you should get Ark on to talk about it and how Games Workshop has shot themselves in the foot. I think we should probably get him on a real BBC where Az can ask him the 40K questions. I mean, I can ask him the SJW questions, but certainly, absolutely, he comes highly recommended. Sounds like he has a lot of respect out there, and if he has a lot of fan respect, well, that's good. I'm liking the sound of it. Hannah G for $20. Hail, Gary and Friday Night Tights crew. Bought my first piece of property and wanted to share my excitement. Oh, fucking congratulations, by the way, with my favorite pop culture war podcast, Love from Louisiana. Oh my God, who dat? Congratulations. Part of the best part of fucking liberty, the best part of the American dream is working your ass off and getting that first piece of property, which is tangible. Your hard work right in front of you. Something you own that they can't take away from you. Good for you. I'll never forget when I bought my condo, and it was, I wasn't making much money. I was making $20 an hour. My first wife at the time was making like $12 an hour. We saved up our shekels. My dad loaned me $5,000 with 15% interest that I had to pay every penny back of, by the way. My dad sent me statements. Then I got another $5,000 loan from the city of Escondido. They had a program to where if you're a first-time home buyer, they will loan you $5,000 if you qualify. We obviously qualified because we didn't make a lot of money. And I was able to get a condo for $35,000 here in Escondido, a nice one, 2-car garage. This was in 1997 or 8. I think it was 98. 98. Turned around and sold that condo. I was able to pay it off. And then I turned around and sold it at 4 times what I bought it for. 4 times what I bought it for. The housing market went nuts over the year 2000 and stuff. And yeah, and that's how I was able to buy a house in San Francisco. I took the profit from that. I got a divorce, so I had to give my wife some of that money, and I took everything I had and put it into the house in San Francisco. And then I bought the comic book business, and I was fucking broke after that. And then I started earning my money again. So you're seeing a lot of the office tours that I'm doing on Nerdrotic. I want to tell you that the vast majority of this stuff was purchased before I started YouTubing. I heard another content creator out there talking about my living situation and owning houses. Yeah, I bought houses before I YouTubed. I had a career, two very distinctly different careers that I worked. And I worked my way up from being homeless. That's why this is the best fucking country in the world. No disrespect to anyone else's country. And honestly, I don't know because I didn't live there. There might be a country better. But I think this is the best country in the world. I can't think of too many countries where a 2-time loser like me can get 4 or 5 chances, and then on my 5th chance, I pull it off when I never thought I could. But once I saw, because I think this is one of the biggest problems in lower income neighborhoods, and I've learned this through recovery, through my time in prison and through recovery, talking to a lot of people, a lot of people from different backgrounds. I don't want to say skin color or anything because they're individuals, but a lot of people from different backgrounds. And the one thing I hear, especially from the hood, I've talked to a lot of kids from the hood, and what they lack is fucking hope and guidance. It's hard for them. It's much easier to go the criminal route than it is the other route because they don't see good examples of it. And it all comes down to having a positive male influence. No, it does not need to be your blood father because sometimes your blood father's an asshole. But if you have that mentor or a stepfather, there's nothing wrong with being a stepdad. That's pretty badass, actually, especially when Pops isn't, around. And listen, I was practically left on a doorstep by my dad. I've never met my dad, my real dad. But my adopted dad is my dad. That's the dad who raised me. Back to that. So one of the things that these kids, they keep getting in this cycle of trouble because they are not shown that there is a better way, and they aren't shown a real example. You can talk until you're blue in the face, but you need to show them. You need to emotionally connect with them and show them that there is a better way. Like if you actually work, things will get better. And yes, in some cases with some of these kids, the deck is stacked against you. What they need to do is realize it's stacked against them, and it's fucking sucks. And I talk to these. I used to do meetings in prisons, so I talk to these kids. Right? I had to stop after a while because it got hard. It got really hard. So you see that these kids are good. That's where I know that, like, deep down inside, I think most everyone wants to do good. Now, there are bad apples. I've met them. But that's the hardest part, is showing them that, yeah, you can rise up from nothing and buy a piece of property. It is possible. But what's really hard is showing them the way. And I don't have an answer for that question. I wish I did. I think part of that answer is, really fucking cool, really brave men and women who go into prisons and lead meetings, or that pastor who goes in there and does the church thing. That's how we show the way. Now, most inmates aren't going to listen, especially in juvie. But if you get through to one, that's the most important part. Don't know why I went off on that tangent, but I did. Because you know what? Because this country's fucking awesome and I love liberty. Now, did I read that one? Okay, California has banned gaming PC rigs. Yes. Pre-made rigs bought online state they cannot deliver to California. That's why I'm glad I got a PC rig before that ban went into existence. Now, I'm learning when you buy the pre-made rigs, they cut some corners, especially on power supply. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to check your power supply and maybe replace it, because that's what happened to my computer. But once I replaced it, this thing kicks ass. It's kicking ass right now. I'm looking at it. It also looks like it's in a pride parade. Maybe I can show you guys. You can see my floor. There you go. There you go. Corvus 6 for $10. Disney, it's called Karma. Couldn't happen to a better company. As and Gary, thanks to you, I have started collecting back issues. Hell yeah, G.I. Joe and Frank Miller even picked up Holy Terror thanks to Az's vid. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I purchased 3 copies the night that happened, and I'm going to give 2 of them away at the Meetup. Sport King News Podcast for $5. It's my fault. B Window lost money. Not a crappy script. Oh no, it was your fault. That is all. At least we have Frumpy Black Widow 2 to look forward to. Yes. I can't wait for the next one. CC Thorne. Are you talking about the little one? I don't think she's frumpy. She's kind of cute. I kind of like that she's a little thick. I like that. CC Thorne for $20. As your rant on BBC about women was epic. Ryan would have gone super Saiyan, if he heard it. Yellow Flash, awesome to see you showing up to the Gundam universe. Tom, great stream with DC last weekend. You guys kill it on all fronts. Hail. Thank you, CC Thorne. You kill it as well. And I love all the work everyone is doing. We rise together. Is that what they say? Is that what the kids say? Brightest Day for $5. Smash that like button. Thank you. Yeah, and you can smash it here too if you like. Lick the like button. I haven't said that in a long time. You're in the Steadfast. Wow, how have you been? For 10 Canadian pesos, I just watched a video where Michael Rappaport thought he was a hero for getting fully vaccinated, but is upset because he is being called a super spreader. I literally thought he was going to cry. I did too. I fucking loved it. And of course, the great memology showed us how it started, how it's going. I hope memology doesn't mind that I borrow that once in a while, because we're going to be doing that a lot over the next few months. As far as the poke goes, as far as Ma Delta variant or Ma Epsilon variant and all that bullshit, do not trust the mainstream media. Do not let your life be ruled by fear. Now, I am not a scientist. I am not a doctor. I don't know if there is a Delta variant. I don't know if it's just not the coof. It is interesting that we're getting a supposed rising cases in the middle of summer. Again, I'm not a doctor. I am not a scientist. I'm barely a high school graduate. And that's only because I was kicked out of 3 high schools and I got my graduation through a mail-in course. True story. And I think I have a good bullshit radar, and I think you guys do too. And I think that's why you're here. And I'm calling bullshit. Now, if you want to get the poke, and I think realistically, it probably lessens your chances of having hardcore symptoms. That's what I heard. That's the best it does. Go ahead and get it. I don't think anybody should be forced to get it ever. Absolutely no. The answer is no. Now, if you've already gotten the vaccine, I would ask you to stand with your fellow citizens, your brothers and sisters, in defending their liberty. And I am very heartened to see that a lot of people are doing that. As a matter of fact, most people are doing that. It's perfectly fine. Again, it's perfectly fine to get it. I have friends who have gotten it and they're fine. They're not sick. We don't know what's going to happen down the road, but they seem fine right now. That being said, I think there's just, I know there's way too much bullshit going on, and I think all of you all are starting to ask the right questions. I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to this bullshit, and I have noticed that YouTube has dialed back on punishing people. Eric July has been killing it, absolutely killing it lately. Watch every one of his videos. He has been right all the fucking long. And he's got fucking balls of steel for what he does. I'll tell you what, though. I promise you this. I'm a pop culture channel. And I'm going to stay a pop culture channel. But if they lock down California again, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to lose my shit, and I'm not going to shut up about it. So I don't know how much longer I'll be a pop culture channel after that, but I'm not going to be quiet. I think it's way more important for more people to know that they have the freedom of choice. Isn't it weird that the people who are pro-choice are telling you to get the poke? A Sticks for $77. Hail to the hunks of Friday Night Tights. Thank you. Kevin Smith is a wanker of the highest degree. Doctor Who has become Doctor Who cares. Black Widow is more like Red Widow. And I hope ScarJo takes Disney to the poorhouse. Oh, I do too, A Sticks, and we love you. We love A Sticks. Gerald Armstrong for $2.99. Who saw the Chris Chan news today? We all did. I had no idea who Chris Chan was. Okay. Now I know way more than I ever wanted to. And if you watch the re-upload of the Real BBC, which will be right here on Nerdrotic Live, It's a Gundam joined Mahler in that show. Well, it didn't go as planned, but we laughed our asses off. Nick Mancuso for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail chat. First time super chatter. Oh, be gentle. Been watching a lot of you guys for years. You all are great. What's everyone's favorite X-Men of all time? And what's everyone's favorite comic movie of all time? Oh, I'm Nick. I will ask them that question on Friday Night Tights this Friday. I will tell you right now, my favorite X-Men comic book is probably God Loves Man Kills. Is a brilliant graphic novel that X2 was kind of loosely based on. That just blew my mind when I was a kid. I'm also a big fan. This is basic bitch, but you know, the Dark Phoenix saga. And I'm all House of M. Loved House of M. I'm a huge Wolverine fan, by the way. My favorite comic book movie of all time is Superman the movie. Chris Prayut for $20. Hey, Gary, long-time listener, first-time super chatter. Oh, another one. I'll be gentle. You should check out the YouTube video Aragorn Loves Frodo by Tailored of the Rangs. It's an 18-second clip that shows what the HBO LOTR series will be like. I will remember that and play it on Friday Night Tights. Thank you, Chris. Roger H., as usual, always gives us a $1.99 thumbs up. Thumbs up back to you, brother. Chicago Box for $4.99. Hail Friday Night Tights. This show is the Pop Culture Avengers. We have a standard lineup, but with other pop culture heroes always showing up just like in the comics. Hell yeah. Wall Digital Media Online for $19.99. I hope Jody and Chris won't be upset when they don't get their security deposit back. R.I.P. Doctor Who. Hail Friday Night Tights. Getting paid to destroy Doctor Who, it makes me sick to my stomach. Striker X24 for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights. Does anyone else think that this whole ScarJo will cause more actors and actresses to go after Disney? Emma Stone, I heard it might be. Yes. I think it's a snowball effect here because during this transition, they're screwing over a lot of actors. Now, afterwards, I'm sure they'll work it out, but I think the actors are seeing they're going to make a lot less money. It is now is it a seller or buyer's market? I think it'll be a seller's market. It's a management's market. We'll just say that. Andy Raytard for 10 pounds. We do get to see Shang-Chi shirtless in the trailer, though. Wait, a blinking minute wasn't someone recently complaining about being sexualized in the MCU film? Would that be hypocrisy by any chance? Yes, it would. Von Max for $2.50. Hail, are you going to get Transformers 86 in 4K? Fuck yes. Fuck yes. I didn't know it was out, or I'll buy it right now. Penny Winston for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights. I'm so glad we have Hollywood to judge us, to teach us how to do better. In Soviet America, movie reviews you. Oh, that was so good. Penny Wisdom. I just want to say the chat is the mind of Friday Night Tights. The heart and mind of Friday Night Tights is the chat. Darius Munchausen for $1.49. Thank you for the super sticker. Culture Casino. Can't wait to see you in Vegas. Thank you for the $1.49. Andy Rad Art. Oh, it's Rad Art. I said retard. I gotta keep it in. I'm sorry. I said Andy Rate. I thought it was like you guys like retarded monkey and stuff. It's Rad Art, not Andy. I'm getting punchy. ScarJo is labeled callous because she wants recompense for the mouse screwing her over. Character assassination. Again, Disney really don't like strong women. They don't. That's why I tried to point out in my video, it sounded very similar. And I think that their communications person, that biatch, I think that's the one that leaked the firing of Gina Carano to the trades. That's my opinion. Hellrats 96 for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights. I'm looking forward to the new Ghostbusters. I am too. I mentioned this to Az the other day on BBC. Who here thinks we might get a CGI Ghost Egon? I don't know. No. They will not do that. They're centering the whole movie around Egon, and it's all about love and respect for Harold Ramis and Ivan Reitman. Like they were buds. You know, the story that's a pisser behind that is we should have gotten a Ghostbusters 3 a long time ago. Bill Murray had a run-in with Harold Ramis over Groundhog Day, and they didn't speak for 20 fucking years. And then Bill Murray waited until Harold Ramis was almost dead. He couldn't speak. And then he rolled in like he was some conquering hero. You piece of shit. That guy was your friend. And I know that shit, I've fallen out with friends. There's a couple right now I'm not speaking to. I would. They don't want to talk to me. That's fine. That's the way it goes. But no, that's so shitty to hear. But I'm glad it's happening. And I got to admit, I watched the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer commentary from Jason Reitman, and I love that kid. I freaking love that kid because he showed so much respect to the fandom. He didn't even disrespect the old film. It was pure class. That whole thing was pure class. That's how you fucking do it. But he showed respect to his dad, right? And it's a whole like, I'm doing this. This is a family legacy. And they're definitely taking the Cobra Kai model, which is the winning model. So I'm happy. Hail Friday Night Tights, Nitas. Fox's Productions, fourth time, struck for having a reference to 9/11 from 5 years ago. Watch your backs, lads and lassies. Yeah, Scottish Will for £5. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, thankfully, he was smart enough to find it and then bring it to all of our attention. I definitely, as a YouTuber, appreciate that. I really do. Hail all, Az and Gary. Do you think Richard Ayoda from the IT crowd would make a decent doctor? I think he'd make a great doctor. He seems like he'd be unique enough and he could make it fun again. Matt M for $9.99. So many people have asked for him to be the doctor. I think it would be, I don't want him to do it now though, because it's post-Timeless Children. Not another dime. Thank you for the $1.99. We appreciate you. And that wraps it up for Friday Night Tights for 7:30 with Yellow Flash. Swinging Cod for $5. Spinner racks full of newsprint comics in every convenience, grocery, drug, and superstore is the only salvation. $2 is a digestible cost for comics. Agreed. CJ246 for $4.99. Hail Gary, just read Watchmen and loved it. What comics would you recommend for a newbie? And you entered in Watchmen. You might want to try a series like Transmetropolitan. It's pretty good. Claudio Rogojan for $4.99. Yeah, Smallville doesn't count as CW writing. I don't count it because I like it too. They actually had a complete vision and a good villain. Best Lex Luthor. Absolutely. Neil Horn for $12 US. Hail Nerdrotic. I can't make it to Vegas. I don't know. But I go often and I have a couple of recommendations. Dinner at Joe's Seafood, Prime Steaks, and Stone Crab, and go see a show called Absinthe, both at Caesars. Oh, Absinthe sounds cool. Claudio Rogojan for $9.99. Just wanted to ask, from what you said on Drinker Stream, I was a fan of True Blood as well, and I checked out when they made Bill the villain. Nice going, making the main character unlikable. Yep, it was dumb. Meat was odd for $5. In reference to comics, had to tell a friend that just because someone puts a plate of crap in front of you, it doesn't mean that you have to eat it. Exactly. Claudio Rogojan for $1.99. Just get to the East Coast. Live in the wilderness. Well, I'm going to try to live in the wilderness, but I'm a West Coast kind of guy. Malp Hunk Sun. Thank you for the $5 New Zealand dollars. I appreciate it. Cisco H for $5. Working on taking over WB's business via share count. I've had it with the Hollywood using IP and saying, fuck y'all, to the source material. We need to infiltrate. No Vegas for me. Mask on plane equals bad panic attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Aluvarine, Imakara, you'll be there in spirit. I Kane for $7.99. Hail, Gary. Our gyms and hairdressers just got closed in Adelaide, Australia when it contrast public transport is running. The government is nuts. Yeah. And that's our future. Australia is our future. ORJ for £5. Superman and Lois is not woke at all. It even started with controversy because they removed a woman who pitched ideas like race swapping Soup's parents. Yep. And I was very happy to see that. And Blazin64 for $10 New Zealand dollars. Hail, Gary and Nerdrotic team. Have you seen what that they are looking at prison terms in France for people that can't prove they are vaccinated? Video from Tim Pool. Scary stuff. Yeah, that is scary. And a lot of people are protesting, and that's good. Insanity Methods for £5. Why does CW keep seemingly try to kill Superman and Lois by constantly putting it breaks through? Well, they had the coof, but then they did an unnecessary break, which was dumb. Christian Jones for $5. Larry Elder is running for GOP governor. California, great guy. Yep, he's got my vote. If he, I'll vote for him. I'll still be here probably. Felipe Abrigo for 2,500 Chilean pesos. Hi, Gary. Just watched your old 1,000 subscribers video. Man, you have grown. Yeah, older. Thanks, Felipe. Dana B for $4.99. Went to Universal Studios California Saturday. Masks indoors was the rule. We didn't wear them. No one said boo. Good. Back to Felipe. Yes. When I got 1,000 subscribers, I ran down to the YouTube building and did a thank you video. 4 years ago? Yeah. What a long, strange trip it's been. I was working for Toyota, so I actually worked right down the street from YouTube at Toyota in San Bruno. Cecil, what's up, Cecil? Hey, Gary, what's the mask situation in Vegas? Right now, it's for workers only, and that stands right now. 200-watt studio for $5. Do you think Marvel Disney has the balls to have a blind Alicia Masters, or will she be flawless? Why, man? I think she'll be blind because they'll want to get that other box checked. But Felicia will be black. Gomer Kyle 79 for $5. At 3, I was just learning how to wipe my ass and didn't know what racism was. They are the same idiots who think 3-year-olds can pick a gender. It's all bullshit. Totally agree, Gomer. Cash Kester for $2. Kang was never said in that show. You're right. Kai MFS for $5. When someone takes my queen, I don't complain. I get a pawn, cross the board, and get her back. I think Favreau knows how to play chess. The game is for Star Wars. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. Zach Zwirlin for $5. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Sweet Sonia G for $10. Hello from Arizona. I think I found my favorite nerdy YouTube channel. Why, thank you. You're the first in this genre that I've come across who speaks against the radical left's bullshit. It's refreshing. And yeah, we need more of it. I guess I simply filled a need. And I have a lot of people to thank for that. And most of all, you guys. So thanks. But I mean, that's the reason I came to YouTube, because, the media wasn't giving me what I knew. They were full of shit. I knew I was being fed bullshit. And I went to some YouTubers and they weren't feeding me bullshit. A lot of those YouTubers are gone right now because of the truth they spoke. Nines for $6.99. Keep it going, Gary. The Dave Cullen Show makes a really good video on how woke media is meant to suck. Tear down the culture, reset the new. That was a great video. Go watch it. Dave Cullen Show. Dave Cullen. That is a good ginge. Bass Player 2011 Iffy for $4.99. I can't wait for LOTR because it is bad. If it is bad, the backlash will be swift and significant. It will make the Game of Thrones backlash look petty. Jim for $5. It's funny Scarlett Johansson suddenly stopped being a good actress when she got the implants removed. Oh. Brass Bunny Love for $5. Did you see the other day that no more hooded Cobra Commander toys? And according to Hasbro, it looks like a clan member. Well, what the hell are they seeing? And plus, it's Cobra Commander. I think he wants everyone dead. Willowy 13 for 20 Brazilian pesos. A study has shown that kids keep their gender even when they are raised by letters. Boys play with cars and girls play with dolls. This study they won't show you, huh? Yeah. They'll show you the, 4% who's probably gay from birth. They'll show you that. 4%. Billy D. Shilliams for $4.99. They should teach critical race theory in prisons first and see if that works. Oh, that's a good one. That's a Victoria Pavlova for $9.99. Hail from Russia. Hail Russia. So what exactly did Joss Whedon do? I am lost at this point. Been a D-bag, watched The Nevers on HBO, and it was the current agenda, but now the project has been taken from him. Yeah, he got canceled for being an asshole. And he was definitely an asshole on Twitter when it comes to politics. And I'm sure he's an asshole in real life, but the guy was a great writer. Gonzalo Bergali for 300 Uruguayan pesos. It's funny that they think that at the age 2 they are racist, when at the same time they show videos of children at age 2 playing together to show how we are not naturally racist. Exactly. They want us to be racist. They are looking for racism. Some sports guy did an article in The Blaze recently called the Racism Gold Rush in America. I'm forgetting his name. I used to know his name when I was in the sports ball. I don't. He's a writer. He's a sports ball writer. He's very good. Look for the Blaze today or from yesterday, and you'll know what I mean. Like a Bill for $4.99. It's official. Hasbro doesn't want you covering your Cobras. Exactly. Not applicable for $2. Walmart is on this. Fayetteville Schools Bill. They are. Fayetteville Schools Bill. Matthew Owen for 10 British pounds. Hail, Gary. Just wanted to say how awesome you are. Keep making great videos. Thank you. Thank you. You're awesome too. And thank you for all your support. I would say instead of normalizing bullying, as it were, I would say we promote virtue and heroism instead. I agree. It's a more positive solution, in my opinion, says Rambam 3000 for 5 British pounds. Well said. Clay Johnson for $5. Hail, Gary. Highly recommend The Empty Man, now on HBO Max, 20th Century Fox movie. Disney dumped it in theaters in October. Very creepy horror flick. I'll check it out. Black Widow honestly hurt my feelings as comic reader. I was literally emotionally affected by the choices my boy Taskmaster by their choices. Not my boy Taskmaster. Complete garbage. Absolutely. Jet Peltier for $5. Thank you. Gonzalo Bergali for 400 Uruguayan pesos. It's not really boycotting, Gary. It's just showing the investors all the money they have been denied because of this agenda crap. Good point. Not applicable for $2. Legitimate outrage isn't bullying. Big difference. True. Folkenstall. Why did I say Forsakenstall? For 5 Chilean pesos. A freaking random DIY store near us has a pride flag hanging in their parking lot. It's in Europe now, guys. ORJ for £2. Black Widow making Aquaman look like a masterpiece. True. I liked Aquaman. Taco Sunrise for $5. Gary, do you think Disney has been doing What If series ever since Endgame? I think they thought it up after Endgame to help explain fix shit or play with shit, but I don't think it was a concept before Endgame. I could be wrong on that one though. I could be wrong. The Grizzly for $10. I also never watched Lovecraft Country. Thankfully, H.P. Lovecraft is one of my favorite authors. I'm glad it bombed, and hopefully Hollywood won't touch his works again. Yeah, Cthulhu, you're all Fatagan. I could never pronounce this shit. And I am going to go to bed to some freaking Lovecraft audiobook tonight. And yeah, it's disgusting that they call the guy out and then use his work. We don't know the sum of his whole life. We don't know. I mean, yeah, he was a racist, but maybe he repented later. I don't know. I heard that was the case, but I don't know because I wasn't there when he was alive. Douglas Nelson for $5. Hi, Gary. Thoughts on John DeLance saying Q will be different in Picard Season 2? Not surprised. Not applicable for $2. We have to boycott at some point. This is war. We do. The Grizzly for $2. What do you think it says about Hollywood, where the only movie that wasn't woke or intersectional this year's was Godzilla vs. Kong and the Suicide Squad? I love Godzilla. Big fan since I was a kid, but this is the best Hollywood can do right now. Yeah, this is the worst era ever. And this prior to the Coof, it was the worst era ever. Mikey Gusler for $5. I'm listening to Black Widow by Motley Crue right now, and it sounds like that this 4-minute song is better than the 2.5-hour movie. It is. Lady Greymaster for $20. Gary, just announced 30 minutes ago, Department of Education has canceled the plan to use Fed grants to teach CRT in schools due to public pushback. Yes! Now we need to take this same push and focus it on our entertainment and local governments. Totally agree. Hail, Lady Greymaster. I'm very sorry you couldn't make it to Vegas. I was kind of hoping to meet you. Kate C for $5. Word wasn't politics, Gary. Polemics means a strong verbal or written attack on something. Getting on soapbox. Oh, interesting. Current success equals how bad it didn't fail, says Captain Spire for $2. Good point. Sugar Cartridge for 50 Norwegian krona. Love 90s rap. The OG Space Jam had a dope joint, Hit 'em High, by Real Be Cool, Coolio, Method Man, LL Cool J, and Busta Rhymes. Haven't seen this flick though. Yeah, and it's not good. Justin White for $5. Bread and circuses is supposed to distract us from politics. Combining them defeats the purpose. Very good point. The Invisible Man for $2. Well, let me go back to that. That's where they overstepped, Justin White. They're making a lot of mistakes, and they're letting their guards down now that the Orange Man is gone, and that's going to be their undoing. They focus so much on one guy that we were able to rally. Binged B5 season. No, there's still a lot of work to do. The Invisible Man for $2. Binged B5 Season 1 in 1 week. I'm hooked. HBO sucks. Yeah, B5 fucking rocks, doesn't it? Lost Your Words. I know there's a bunch of B5 fans out there going, I know. I took a long time to see it, but I came around. Hail Gary, Friday Night Tights was off the hook. Lost for Words for £2. Thank you. The guys are great. They're fucking great. I'm all right. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience for $5. Space Jam was easily Ready Player One meets Wreck-It Ralph 2. Plus LeBron cannot act to save his life, and Don Cheadle villain was so bad. It was, yeah, I couldn't get through 15 minutes of it. What two for $2? My bucks go to those I trust. That is an honor. Each and every one of you donating your hard-earned money to me, to my channel, for my family, to also keep all the shows going, like Friday Night Tights, is an honor beyond words. It's an honor beyond words. And I can never thank you guys enough. And that's why we're doing Vegas, and we will do more stuff like Vegas. Listen, I promise on these meetups, I'm never going to charge you. Never, ever going to charge you to see me. I will do my very best to get you guys at least a round of drinks once in a while, some food, and a good time where we can hang out and talk. It doesn't need to be anything more than that. There is talk of a con. If that's a con, I will affiliate with other people. And yes, we'll have to charge for that. But as far as meetups goes, never, ever, ever, never, never, ever. Roger H., thank you for the $1.99. SJ Almighty, thank you for the £1.99. Darius Munchausen, thank you for the $1.49. You guys are brilliant. That wraps up the Nooner. Now on to the next one. Ryback for $1.39. First time here. Well, all right. About Witcher. Witcher Saga books are about Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri. Geralt and Yennefer can't have kids, so Ciri fills the void for them. She will be trained in Witcher way, but will not graduate. This is true to the books. Yes, it is. We'll see if the show is. Edward Woodward for $6.99. Hi, Gary. Love the show. I am Gen Z, and I am confirming that we are completely fucked as a society unless something, the equivalent of 1970s punk rock, hits the mainstream, which I think is unlikely. I think it is too. A lot of people out there who say they're punk rock. And punk rock is, well, it was a fashion. And it was a type of music. It's also kind of a state of mind. But I would just say shilling and posting DMs publicly, constantly whining. That's not punk rock. I digress. Edward Woodward. You're right. We need something like that. Def 81 139. I wouldn't have minded keeping the fact that Khan was in the sequel if he had been plastered all over StarTrek.com. Not much of Abrams' works has been any good since. No, it hasn't. Joel Reese for $5. Saw the heel versus babyface video. Good stuff. He's a cool guy. You should do some shows with him. Yeah, maybe. You're funny. Tracy Wilborn for $5. Just was watching a Secure Team 10 video. When are you going to do another Exozone? I need some woo-woo. In a week from this Thursday. Max Redstone for $5. Hail, Gary. I am looking forward to Vegas, future Friday Night Tights, as I think the only good moves this year for me movies will be Top Gun. Agreed. The Many Saints of Newark. That looks pretty damn good. I saw the trailer and that looks good. And now Ghostbusters. We're getting a female, thank you, Max Redstone, for $5. We are getting a female-led prequel to the original Predator. Is it safe to say that it's to undercut Arnold's movie? I'm so bored with this. The women did it first. B, bullshit retconning of franchises. Now they're moving to dead franchises to make this point. Just a Roanoke for $1. I am just as sick of it as you are. Vernon Copeland for $5. Your shows are like a trip to the barber back in the 70s where we're all grown-ups griping about things happening. Exactly, Vernon. Yes. That's a good one, except it's like the comic shop for me. John Drake for €10. At the end of the original cartoons, there was a simple moral message about honesty or courage. Those good-spirited segments had more integrity than all of the SJW virtue signaling rhetoric combined. Yep. Ryback, thank you for the £1 donation. I appreciate it. Digby Strawbridge, thank you for the £10 British pound real money donation. I appreciate it. Sci-Fi Freak for $10. The problem with independent films is that people want formulary. Yes. Sorry, big words for me, pal. If you put an independent film against a Marvel, even a bad Marvel movie, it's going to lose. You're right. I mean, these independent films need to be extraordinary. And I know what we're doing is we're missing the extraordinary ones in the sea of the ordinary. I don't want to put down independent filmmakers because that's the minor leagues, man. You're not supposed to do your best shit. But that's where the good ideas come from. That's where the trends come from. They go to die in Hollywood. They come from independent film. Yeah. There needs to be a way to get, I don't know. I'll do my part. I'll look around. I mean, I don't have all the time in the world, but once I move and get to Texas, I'll have more time and maybe I will, put my money where my mouth is and spend like a day or a half a day or 6 hours or 4 hours looking for independent films. The thing is you got to sit through and watch them. So it's got to be a situation where the film has got to hook me in the first 20 minutes. Kind of like I do a book, man. I'll read a book and I'll get, 100 pages in. If I'm not hooked, it's gone. Nendroid Dancing for $2. Watch Shimonada. The world is going to Shimonada. Okay. Infinity Flare. Is that like it? Well, I don't know what that is. I'll Google it later. Infinity Flare for $5. Hail, Gary. I bought 2 Conan titles, only character I support, last week, and it cost me $8. Price is a big factor for a few comic book buyers these days. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. Like even like The Last Ronin is good, and I would say it's worth the $9, but $9 fucking dollars. Stephen D for $4.99. Do you think Netflix and alike will ever actually listen to us and recognize that woke sucks? Sick of their crap. Hashtag me too. Bootleg Intellect for $2. Like that name. Thank you for the insight and the knowledge. I am an online history professor and I gotta go teach a class. We'll catch the rest of this after work. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Bootleg Intellect, welcome. And thank you for the $10. And God, I'm glad to hear a teacher in here. I really am. Oh, thank God. Incognitus Jones for $5. Not sure if the Olympics is full of manga nerds or posers, but I'm willing to bet it's posers. Just a sneaking suspicion. Hashtag return the gatekeepers. Yes. Slightly better than average Joe for $5. These companies have become supervillains, peddling hate and intolerance to kids, and corporations keep them safe from consumer backlash. Yep. Michael Collier for $4.99. You should do music streams. The Beatles are great, but overrated. Brian Wilson is a genius. Bowie and Floyd are lyrical and musical perfection. The latter I agree with. I do not think the Beatles are overrated. I do not think the Beatles are overrated. I think if you want to go down to like their musicianship and stuff, yeah. Singer-songwriters know better on the planet. They are fucking Mozart of rock and roll. They're the Mozart of rock and roll. Oh my God. They went out. Their best album was their last one. Abbey Road. If you watched TV shows and wore the PJs, even us real nerds thought you were a dweeb. Hashtag MCU later. Oh yeah, Peter Ford for $4.99. Ensign Ricky for $5. Someone should make an over-the-top movie filled with nothing but male masculinity and overpowerment tropes. Then get everyone to go see it. I would fucking love it, Ensign Ricky. What's up, Ensign Ricky? How's it going? Nerdy Girl Creates for $2.99. We need independent creators to market more. We do. The thing is, they spend all their money on their movies. That's something we're going to talk. I'm going to talk to Chris Gore about. Claudia Rogojan for $1.99. New Dead Space is a remake, remaster, not a reboot. Oh, okay. Zunkwind for £2. I want to hear your opinion on the Forever Purge. I don't like the Purge movies. I don't like them. I don't like the concept. Doesn't interest me. The classism and stuff. I actually tried to review the TV show and couldn't get past the first episode. Yes, they did a Purge TV show. Claudia Rogojan for $5. Me and you both have a disaffection with the True Blood as well. Yes, we were mad when they made Bill the villain. Agreed. Made him unlikable. Why would you do that? Because you're a retard. Her Hellrats 96 for $5. I would love to see Rick Moranis make an appearance in the new Ghostbusters. I miss him. I hope he does. I hope he does. And oh my God, I was so sad to see him get hit. That fucking pissed me off. Goat Art Bazaar for $5. I know fan fiction is cringe, but it's a hobby that is keeping me sane and entertained. Well, then don't listen to me. If it's keeping you sane, that's all good. I am also writing my own novels, so I'm not just doing fanfic. Okay. I don't think it's terrible to do. Okay. If it's like, if you enjoy something, then do it. It's fine. I would just like to see you take that idea and apply it to something for yourself, and shit, you can make money off it. And I guess you could, if you write a fully realized fan fiction and then you say, I'm going to reappropriate it to something else. Yeah, that'll work too. I'll say this. If you're going to start something, finish it. The acid tongue conservative, and that goes for me too. Everything I say goes for me doubly. Okay. The acid-tongued conservative for $5. Hey, Gary, I know you're not much of an anime guy, but I recommend My Hero Academia manga if you have an itch for a good superhero stories. I am going to dive into that very, very soon. Somebody sent me One Punch Man today in my P.O. box. Hello for $30.99. Masculine men like feminine women. Being masculine or feminine is discouraged. History is being eroded. Beauty is being replaced with ugliness. Logic and common sense is being replaced by wokeness. Vaxes will be mandatory soon. Hello. You are right. Thank you for the $30.99. I believe it's Australian dollars. Irish Bots for £10. Is it true that Castle Grayskull's new true form is like something out of Little Pony? And if so, how does that make Kevin Smith's statement about the He-Man adaptation being metal as fuck? Yeah, remember when he said that? It was metal as fuck. Steven Lanudo for $5. Hail, Gary. Had a coworker tell me that CRT and diversity was necessary in comics. I mentioned Bronze Tiger and Icon, and they didn't know what they were. Shake my head. Then they probably should withhold their opinion on CRT being in comics. That's what I'd say. Kladu Rogojan for $5. Completely random question, but do you like the show Frasier? I myself, I just lost it here. I myself found it funny. Just wondering because I heard news about a reboot. Claudia, I loved Cheers and Frasier. I'm not the biggest sitcom fan in the world, but I like the 90s. I mean, some. Okay, Happy Days. Fuck yeah. Mork and Mindy, grew up on that stuff. Laverne and Shirley. But I mean, my favorite one is Married with Children. Then Cheers, then Frasier, then Seinfeld, Scrubs. What else did I watch a lot of? I know I'm missing one. That I watched religiously, but it was so long ago. Like Dick Van Dyke Show. Watched the shit out of all the Nick at Night. I was addicted to Nick at Night because I was high all the time and up late. God, I know I'm missing a modern sitcom that I loved. I liked Modern Family for a little while too. I did. Always hated The Cosby Show. And the reason I hated The Cosby Show is because it knocked out my Magnum PI and my Simon & Simon. Roger H., thank you for the $1.99. Common Sense Collective for $4.99. Met a family at my comic shop from Cali, moving to Iowa to get the hell away from California. Their words. Bravo. Signor Nessuno for $5. Canceled Netflix over a year ago, probably because of cuties, when they started with their forced diversity and woke crap. But then again, I still maintain a spine. Yes, you do. Lord Megatron for $5. Hail, Gary. Found you months ago. Thank you. Been a fan since. Crazy to me, the argument from people about Teela. The Teela show is He-Man was left off the title. Really? Yeah. They just should have called it the Teela show. Michael Strelitz for £5. Describe streaming service for 6 months. They will obey, I hope. Describe it or unsubscribe? I don't know what you meant there. But that article I covered in my last Black Widow video, it was Jason Blum, the producer, said it. They fully expect, I've been saying this for years, and so have other people, they fully expect only four streaming services to be left when it's all said and done. There's going to be 4. And they're going to run the show. Do not, but for streaming services for 6 months, says Michael Strelitz. I'm still confused. Sorry. Any chance of you and Az going through Stargate SG-1 after you're done with Babylon 5? Thanks to you and the Nerdrotic crew for all the laughs. Tex-Mex for $5. Yes. I can't see why not. We both need to kind of get synced on B5. The Vegas thing has kind of interrupted it. I will finish B5. I'll probably watch some B5 in Vegas when I'm, winding down. Why is Chasing Amy unwatchable now? Claudia Rogajan for $2. Too dated for me. M Tax Shark for $5. Anyone curious about an interview with a creative? See the G&G Zack Snyder experience. Yeah, and you need to learn from stuff like that, right? And again, I support Jeremy in all he does, and I support him in what he did, in his actions. And for anybody outside of, say, Eric July, who said they would do different, well, we don't know that. We don't know that because we weren't there. We weren't there. And to condemn other people for a situation you weren't in a Monday morning quarterback situation, come on now. Come on now. It was a charity stream. You're going to derail that? Instead of Zack or Snyder derailing it, do you want, what if Nick Weiser derailed it? What if Ryan Cannell derailed it? Do you think he'd ever hear the end of it? No, he wouldn't. Yeah. And we also need to remember we're not professionals. We're just fans. We run channels. We're not above. We're not below. We are part of the fellowship. And most everyone understood that. And that I am eternally grateful for that. Great group of people. Son of the D for 750 ISK. Razor Fist was 100% right. Apathy is more effective than hate. In the long run, that's unavoidable. Because hate is a form of passion, right? So hate means you still like the thing, right? When you're angry at your girlfriend when she breaks up, means you still love her. When she walks away and you couldn't give a fuck, that's apathy. And I agree when it comes to paying. So I'll agree with Razor Fist on that. But if you're talking specifically about the Kevin Smith thing, no. Us speaking up actually worked. They shut the hell up. So this super chat came on the 28th. It's the 10th right now. A lot has changed in the last 12 days. So no, you speak up. You speak up. If you're angry, speak the hell up. Now, is there a point where you need to cut them off? And yeah, that comes naturally. I think Star Trek re-signing Kurtzman. I don't know am I going to review the horrible television to laugh and mock at it? Maybe. But that'll be it. I was trying to shame them into changing their minds. Did I think they would listen? No. And I think part of that decision was to stick it to us critics. Okay, well, guess what? We lost Star Trek a long time ago. And now you are killing its legacy for good. One guy I'm going to make famous is that guy. His last name is Cheeks, the guy who made the decision. I'm going to bring that guy up all the fucking time. You're going to know him as well as you know Alex Kurtzman, because he is as responsible for killing Star Trek than Kurtzman is. We know what we're getting with Kurtzman. You know the whole fucking Scorpion and the Frog story? Yeah. Hi, Gary. Had a crazy day at work today, so I was glad to find you streaming tonight so I can put my feet up and chill out with you and chat. Hail. Randomized for $4.99. British. Thank you. I love hearing that, man. I'm one of the luckiest guys in the world. I also put in a lot of work that wasn't really work because I enjoy the fuck out of it. So I don't know what other word to use. But all I can say is thank you guys. Darius Munchausen for $1.49. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hot coffee for $5. Spellmonger, Terry Moncour, and on Audible. Oh, Spellmonger by Terry Moncour on Audible. I'll check it out. True Pop Culture 7 for £5. Gary, if you read my super chats on the Square Up, they'll say the same thing. Sorry for spamming. It's okay. I don't care. Pop Culture 7, it's all good. After the move, on most shows, we are going to stay until we're done with the super chats. Okay. After the move on most shows, we're going to stay until we're done. Particularly, the Nooners. I've got a new way that I'm going to kind of rip off another YouTuber. So when we get into the permanent studio in the permanent situation, there's probably going to be still square ups, but it won't be like this. With most shows, we're going to stay until we're done answering every question. Okay. Joseph Benowitz for $4.99. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish that one. Sorry for spamming. I wasn't sure if you got them and wanted them read with as. Okay, Pop Culture 7, I'm sorry. Again, when the move is done, well, actually, we're going to try to, hopefully, I don't know what with the work schedule, we're going to try to get X-Ray Girl on every live stream now. to help out every live stream because it's just to the point where I need help. I need help, and I'm going to get it for a better show for you guys. Joseph Benowitz for $4.99. All hail chat. All hail mods. If you're ZZ Top fan, sad news. Dusty Hill has passed away. Yeah, R.I.P. Dusty. Hail Dusty, R.I.P. Play on, brother, in the afterlife. Jude Stevenson for £5 Sargon has done a fantastic breakdown of the state of franchises. Why don't you love me? A loutseaters.com worth 10 minutes of your time. Well, I'll check it out. I like Sargon. I'm going to get him on Friday Night Tights someday. We got to get Razor Fist back too. Razor Fist and I played a little message tag, and I'll stay on him. I know he's like super fucking busy, but I fucking love Razor Fist. Razor Fist is one of my favorite YouTubers. So we don't always agree on everything, like Dawkin, but I have a lot of respect for that dude. So, all right. That's going to be it for this Super Chat Square Up. We still have another Friday Night Tights and a half to get through and a couple of Nooners and half of a real BBC. So that should be coming down the pike. I'm going to be in Vegas. If I have a little downtime, I'll try to do at least a short one. I don't know if I'm going to be making any videos. I'm bringing my equipment. So I think I will do a what if review. And then, of course, Friday Night Tights will be at its regular time. So hope to see you in Vegas. If you couldn't make it, I am truly sorry. I know there's the coof and there's a lot of reasons why I'm amazed that this many people are making it. And I'll do my very best to get around the country to make it more accessible for people who can't travel as far, people who can't get in planes. Listen, I don't get in planes. So we will be doing a meetup in Texas when I move. We'll do a move-in, and then we'll do one in Florida because Jeremy and Drunk, and then Ryan is going to be there, and so are so many others. And yeah, and I'm going to be in Wisconsin. So if anybody's near that area, we can do a meetup up there. I believe I'm going to be in Wisconsin in late September to visit my brother-in-law. He just lost his dad. My wife and my brother-in-law just lost their dad, and there's going to be a memorial for Captain John Wagner. So I wouldn't miss that for the world. And I'll be up in, so I'll let you guys know when I'm going to be up in Wisconsin, near Milwaukee, kind of near the town of Sheboygan. I'll be in the town of Cleveland, Wisconsin. So I'll keep you guys up to date. So right after I turn this off, I am going to pack my equipment and close up my bags, hit the rack, wake up, and drive to Vegas. And I think I hit the golf course the first thing. But after that, it's on. It's on. Oh, and golfing is going to be embarrassing. So thank you to everyone who sent a super chat and a donation. We love you guys. I have no words for how grateful I am. You guys help keep the lights on. And I will see you in the next one.
ですよね。さあ下ネタ嫌なんでって言ってますが、どんどん下ネタに行ってしまっております。大阪では左やばい。イケメン式状態。そしてそこからバックシェイクボムからフォールいく、スリーカウント。